Yo, what's going on, guys? How we
doing?
Welcome to the Smash Bros. I'm going to call this Hangover Thursday. My name's Chris.
And I'm just a bartender.
You're the guy who put me in this position.
Yeah. Twist his arm.
Guys, welcome to the show today. It is just going to be a fun day. We're going to be going over some cool, fun topics. If you got anything in mind, feel free to leave us something you want to talk about in the chat, and we'll gladly talk about it, because especially if it's nerd related. Like, we're not doing politics today.
Yeah, or ever.
Or ever.
Unless it's funny. Like, if it's like Biden eating shit, then I'm talking about it.
If it's him falling down some stairs or something.
But if it's like global fucking... geopolitical like debate. That's not me.
We're not about that anymore.
Yeah.
That was the last podcast.
I never. This is my first. You're my first, babe.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Yeah. But we did. So in full disclosure, we had shopped some things that we wanted to do this week. We're still workshopping what it's going to look like. Kind of in the same vein as that debate, like what do we call it? The duos,
the tournament.
Yeah, the tournament style. So we're still workshopping that, because I think we're talking about it being a really good format, and it's something that we want to address via multiple media, multiple days, like stuff like that. So I think that could be like unique to our signature. But we want to do it right, so we didn't want to come half-assed or hungover today.
Well, you saw how many ways. So basically, last night we were talking about topics, right?
Yeah.
That we could do for these tournaments, these versus tournaments, and it went from everything from movies to music to just fucking who's the best. What is the actor's best movie? And then putting that best movie against another actor's best movie. And
because the problem we were running into is if you said, but in the case of last time we were talking, what are your 5 comfort movies? And fuck if any of us actually pin down 5, because once someone starts saying one, then you're like, oh, I had a hard 12. And I couldn't cut any of them. So I was like, fuck. So then we were talking about splitting it into different, different parameters, like different rom-coms or action movies, et cetera, et cetera. So
I think you have to.
Yeah, we're gonna workshop on what that's gonna look like, when we're gonna set those things up. But we definitely do want input on what everyone else is thinking and everyone else is feeling, because I would love to. Obviously, we're only 2 people who have 2 separate opinions, but anybody else's opinion, I'd love to bring it up and bounce it off the both of us too. So
your opinion matters out there.
Yeah.
We want to let you know that
you're valid. You're seen here.
Those things are so subjective too, right? So I mean, I started with like 5 movies, and then at the end I realized maybe it's just all Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
Jean-Claude Van Damme holds a very real place in my heart.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, there were the classics, Bloodsport, and
No, see, I hit the time, like, so Bloodsport was late 80s.
Yeah.
So I didn't really I fuck with it now. Obviously, Bloodsport, Kickboxer, all that stuff. But the ones that like still Lionheart.
Yeah, Lionheart.
Time Cop. The one where he plays the twins. He plays like it's the same dude, but like he plays 2 separate versions of himself. I fucking wish I would remember the name of that. Sudden Death. The one where it like is the one where my dad almost got us kicked out of the movie theater. Because, spoiler alert, the movie's fucking 30 years old. But the end scene, a helicopter comes crashing down through an NHL stadium.
Yeah.
And my dad, like, it's the climax of the movie. My guy's, bullshit. That kind of helicopter wouldn't fall like that. It was very, very impactful moment in my life.
Like top of his lungs.
Yeah, he was like, bullshit. Bullshit.
Calling bullshit.
Apaches don't do that because of their center Y-axis or whatever. I'm like, fuck, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's the whole point of action movies, though, right? It's just, it could be... It's every Die Hard movie pretty much too, right?
And they're so bombastic. If you go back and look, that's why like when people talk about like what movies are good or whatever, like you just gotta leave the nostalgia to it, because I watched
You
A
gotta
Long
remember
Kiss
you're in a
Goodnight.
fantasy world.
That's
like,
what
when
I'm
you're
saying.
watching these
And like,
things, right?
if it makes sense in the moment, then that's fine. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be, nerdly accurate. If it is, that's cool in the moment. If like that seemed really cool, but I was watching A Long Kiss Goodnight, which is on my list, my top 12, and this dude breaks into the Gina Davis's house and shoots a shotgun.
Uh-huh.
I've fired shotguns, many of them. The motherfucker missed and blew off half the house, like a whole wall, like a giant wall, not a section of the wall. The whole wall blew off. And as a kid, when I watched it, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's how shotguns work." I played Doom. I know how shotguns are.
Yeah.
But then, when you grow up, you're like, "Oh yeah, that's like it doesn't work like that." But
like usually you want to have like if you're gonna keep a weapon in your house, a shotgun's usually the default, right?
Yeah, but it's not gonna blow off your wall.
You don't have
dude.
to be accurate. Yeah, and usually it's little pellets.
Yeah.
So pellets they won't go through to another room a lot of times.
But they'll they'll pepper a person
but they'll
hard.
enough to like stop somebody.
Yeah,
for sure, and possibly kill them depending on where you shoot them. But that's the whole point of shotgun, not to blow off half of the side of your fucking house. Like I love those though. I know those shotguns where they're just like boom,
yeah.
and it's just like a gigantic fucking hole in the wall. And you're like, it's not a grenade launcher, dude. Like it's.
You know what's funny too is like the fucking in video games. You know how often I look down the scopes of a fucking shotgun, like I'm sniping shotgun snipers for the win, dude.
Hashtag shotgun snipers.
Yeah, that should be my fucking gamer tag, actually. But no, so I think like some movies is like you almost get a second treat. Like if you go back and rewatch it,
oh yeah,
you're like, oh, I made my wife watch Blade. It is so bad, but in the best ways. Like it's not a good movie, but it's so entertaining, and it's like when you absorb the cheese of it, you're like,
it's campy, right? It's kind of campy, right? Yeah.
So like when people are arguing like, what's a good movie? That movie's good, that movie's bad. It's like, it really is, like you said, subjective, because sometimes if I'm watching it in the moment, if I'm going to a movie now, I'm grown, so I expect certain things to like not be easily figured out. I want to be wowed, and I want it to like be cohesive,
right?
But like at the time when I watched it when I was younger, when it first came out, I just wanted to be fucking entertained. So it's a different lens that you watch it in.
I think certain movies you do go into it with like, this better be good, and then there's certain movies you go in going, this better be fucking crazy and stupid, action packed, like just with ridiculous shit. Like when you go into Fast and Furious, you're not gonna be like, you're not gonna be like, the physics of that are impossible. Like you're gonna be like, no, fuck yeah, I want to see the car do 3 backflips off the fucking bridge.
You're not like,
and fly into a helicopter.
What's Tyrese's motivation?
Yeah,
you don't give a fuck. You're like, I want to see vroom vroom go bang bang. That's
like
it.
We all know someone driving a car from one building to another building would never fucking
space.
happen.
Yeah.
Like we get it, like, but just embrace it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the whole point.
Embrace the suck.
If I'm watching Die Hard and he fucking rides a motorcycle into a helicopter, fucking awesome. That's what I came for.
There are objectively bad movies,
but
like Titanic.
Yeah, sometimes.
Mechanic Cruise. Your opinion isn't valid. You're the first person to be vetoed on this show.
Butterfly Bebesaurus says grown equals man-child.
She's not wrong.
Too true.
She's not wrong. True. As I look at
welcome to the show.
As I look at Super Mario candy,
and all the action figures on the desk here.
I like how you said action figures are not toys. Like you've had that argument before.
They're not dolls, Dad.
Jeez.
By the way, I want you to bring some stuff over sometime.
Yeah, because you had the
very
Star Wars
stuff. Yeah, it's very Star Wars heavy. So
but
if you got stuff,
we'll throw some stuff.
I want to change up the look back here a little bit. We got some new lights today. We got I got an extra microphone now for in case we have another guest on, which we were supposed to have a guest today, but he bails because he's hungover.
Again, it was a very intense conversation last night.
But yeah, so going back to what Chase was saying, we'll work on that tournament format, and I think it'll be fun. It'll be good. It'll be a great point to jump off of, or it'll be good for people to argue about.
And we love it. I mean,
conversation.
The cool thing about the vibe of this show is that I think we're never really disrespectful to each other, except when you picked Gronk over milk and cereal.
He's still not gonna let it go.
I will never. I'm getting it tattooed. I'm getting it tattooed. Milk and cereal 0. Gronk and Tom Brady 1.
Emotional damage.
But we're
cereal
generally like we come from a very similar perspective / upbringing, so like we can find merit in each other's arguments. So while we can obviously have separate opinions, stuff like that, we're not.
And I'm very convincing. Let's be honest. I'm the king of peer pressure. You didn't think you want to drink?
Actually, yeah, because I've hated Jameson my whole life, and I look forward to like. Do we have Jameson apple?
Do we still
orange?
have it?
No,
we have the proper 12.
Yeah, proper 12
Proper 12.
with some Sprite. Fuck.
Give me that proper 12.
Fuck. What is it?
I want you to taste my apples.
I
Put them in your mouth.
bounce your head off the mat. Dude, Connor's, he's coaching this season, Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
But he's
I
fucking.
haven't watched Ultimate Fighter in a minute.
There's
though.
no way he's not juiced. I saw it. He's like,
Yeah.
fuck.
He's tired of losing. That's why. Guy can't win a match. Bro.
You know what though? He still talks shit. I think what bums me out is that now everybody
have won
else
his last
is
one,
doing that same shit talk, and it's like, ugh.
You get tired, man. Nobody
But then
wants to.
that's what I'm saying is like, then when you see him do it now, it's like, yeah, but like everyone's already doing your shtick, dude. Like you gotta find your shtick.
I mean, Dana doesn't give a shit if he loses the match.
No,
He's just like,
if
you're
he
gonna sell
sells.
tickets.
Yeah.
You can sell pay-per-views. You can sell tickets.
But at some point, like you're not gonna keep watching someone lose all the time.
Yeah.
Like what's the team that plays the Harlem Gold Gold.
The Generals.
God damn it!
Was it the Generals or
can't
something like
talk.
that? I think it was the Generals.
I think it was the Hoobastanks.
Something Generals.
It was the hometown Hoobastanks.
We'll go with that.
But we do have some cool stuff to talk about this week. Some stuff that played on other conversations that we had. Some stuff we originally kind of wanted to talk about spooky movies today, that hence the Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
This is really as far as I get into like spooky,
That's
like
not
or
even
like
spooky.
scary. I know, dude, but like when the painting talks, it fucking wigged me out. There's a lot of things. Like here's the deal. Here's guys. There's just close real quick. I don't like to be scared. Like I don't actively go out of my way to do it.
I can't wait till Halloween rolls around. Buddy.
I fucking don't, dude. I don't.
We got to get you to play some scary games during Halloween.
I mean, I'll do it, but like, I what's the last scary game? Silent Hill is the last scary game that I played, and I did not play it at night
That was a while
with the
ago.
lights off. That was 20 years ago at least. PlayStation 1 days. And yeah, no, we're just not. We're not.
And the
I'm not
graphics
that-
are
I'm
so
not
much
built like
better
that.
now.
Well, and the sound. Oh, that's the thing that made me shit my pants before. Is you'd hear like, fuck is that?
I think we'll start you off with like Resident Evil or something. Oh, this one.
No,
Five
no.
Nights at
I want to go.
Freddy's?
I want to go deep in. I don't even. I honestly, I see the merchandise for Five Nights at Freddy's, and I have no clue what it's like about. But I don't like the aesthetic. I ain't into the spooky, man.
So these games are kind of goofy, scary. Like they're based off a video game that was very popular with like Markiplier and PewDiePie and stuff like that. But they would do playthroughs of these games all the time. But it was kind of like an indie game, and basically it's this pizza parlor, right? Like kind of think of like a Chuck E. Cheese with the animatronic animals. But it's like an abandoned one, and you're like a security guard in this abandoned Chuck E. Cheese, and then the animatronic animals come to life and basically.
So Night at the Museum.
So you got to survive. Yeah, you got to survive 5 nights there without getting killed by these animatronic animals.
This is a giant. Pizza.
And it's a lot of jump scare shit.
Ah, see, that's.
Yeah. So they'll pop out of nowhere. And you'll be like, oh fuck. But yeah, there's the trailer for that. So they're actually going to do a live action movie. And it stars the guy who played PETA in Hunger Games.
Oh, what was the show that he did on Hulu? Yeah, he went
John Hutcherson.
Wait, can you pull up his IMDb? He did a show on Hulu that was fucking awesome, and it had the guy from Futureman. Yeah, because that's his last name, and there's like Futureman. That was a pretty fucking good show, to be honest.
Never heard of it. It's good though.
It's really good. The guy that voiced Goliath from Gargoyles plays his boss, and the whole thing. I don't want to ruin it, but there's some really funny actors in there, and it's a really silly concept.
I want to say I started this movie.
Yeah, it starts off kind of weird, and you think it's like it's great. It's campy, but it's funny, and it's perverted.
Are they video game like developers or something, or is it just
no?
It really
so
like in
he
the future?
he plays this one video game, and she is the titular character. He's the only person to like beat the game, but the game was like programmed from the future, or like whoever beat that game, because no one had beat it up to then. Like in the future, he's the savior, right? Like so. When things like go to shit, they go back into the past, to pull him. Like, you're the future man.
Yeah,
you're the future man, because his last name is like Futureman. It's so silly, so silly.
I might look into it.
Yeah,
it's fun though.
It's very fun.
Okay. Sometimes I don't like overly cheesy.
Like, no, it's not overly cheesy. It takes like 2, 3. It's like Back to the Future.
Like I don't want to feel like I'm watching a Disney show. Or
no.
something, you know?
And they do a lot with like, you know how sometimes like in those kind of fantasy are you looking at my shiny nose? You're like trying to cover up my foundation. You know those future shows, like, did you ever watch the DC what are they called? Titans?
I haven't watched it.
Like the costume is so bad. Like it just looks like foam pads.
They're gonna make a movie about it too soon, right? Aren't they gonna do a Teen Titans movie?
Teen Titans, the animated show, fucking great. Like I can't say enough. Or Young
I know that
Justice.
was in James Gunn's plans, was to make a Teen Titans movie.
But yeah, the show
Not sure if it's gonna be animated
sucked
or not,
buttholes. Multiple buttholes strung together. Human centipede amount of buttholes.
I know a lot of people. It was really popular though with a lot of people.
That's because DC DC fanboys, they love they shit.
It's probably kids too though. But
well, it seemed like it was filmed for adults. Like kids weren't supposed to watch, but it was campy enough that it's like they probably did it for kids in mind.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, this is rated R. You're not supposed to watch it. So then kids are gonna like Deadpool kind of stuff, right? Where they're like, oh, we're not supposed the forbidden fruit.
Yeah.
So.
This is a show I've been watching this week on recommendation from a couple of our customers. Who are the two guys that came in? They were on like 308 last week, but they always come in super nice guys. I don't know if they're a couple. The two guys.
What do they look like?
He always tries to talk about. He talks about maybe doing a D&D thing with us at one point in time, but. I can't
Two dudes, D&D. I tried to talk up everybody to play D&D with us.
But anyway,
I have the Avatar one. I just need a game manager.
Yeah, I don't know why his name.
That guy's always plays a villain. That guy
right
in
now.
the middle.
If you're watching,
Foundation.
maybe it's Butterfly Bulbasaurus. Who knows?
No, that's Christina.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Baby.
She was on as Christina last week. Oh, is that her?
Yeah, that's why.
Okay. I was like, so I started watching Foundation this week, and I guess the new season's coming up in July. But that's kind of based on.
I fucking love that flat top. Remember the fucking.
Yeah, dude.
Remember the green Earth from fucking.
Oh yeah.
I always wanted a high top fade, and no one told me.
She's got a legit one, dude.
No one fucking told me that that's impossible for me because my hair has no texture. I will never have a high top fade. Or the fucking kid from Burger King. Remember the characters?
You don't have the structure for it, bro.
I hate it. I can only look like fake Colin Farrell back there if I wanted to.
There's so many things. Like, so many people. I know this guy. I thought it was Colin Farrell at first, too. But I don't know. This guy is.
That guy plays a bad guy in everything he's ever been in.
He's been in a lot of stuff. And then everybody else is fairly new in the show. But basically, there's an empire that rules the entire galaxy run by this guy. and he doesn't have children. They genetically clone him, so they remake like a perfect genetic copy of the king before them. So like literally, it's funny because they zap like 30 years in the future, and you think you're looking at the same guy, but actually he's the old guy now, and then the younger guy was the son, grown up. So that's kind of a big controversy part of this is that he runs the whole galaxy, and people are like, you got to stop genetically cloning yourself because it's just immoral to be doing that.
Multiplicity.
Yeah, you know.
They give downgraded. So the guy in the middle, he was in a show called Carnival Row with Orlando Bloom. It was a Amazon show about dude. He was really good in that. But it's about like the kind of offshoots. Like it takes place in like kind of like imagine D&D races, but in like steampunk era. So like there's like fairies, specifically fairies, and like
Going to
like
fantasy.
orcs and stuff like that. Or not orcs, but like those type races. And he plays like the leader of like the humans. He plays kind of an asshole.
He's kind of a dick in this one too, but he's kind of more like. So the key to like predicting the future of the galaxy is math, and this guy's like a genius mathematician. And then he finds this girl who's also a genius mathematician and actually figures out more of the equation. And then basically they can predict the future based on mathematics. And they're saying like the galaxy is going to come to a crashing end within the next like 1,000 years or something. So this king flips out because this emperor,
he doesn't want to lose.
He doesn't want to
lose his foothold.
And then so these two get exiled to another planet to start the foundation to prevent the collapse of the galaxy, basically. And then a bunch of shit happens along the way. She's a guard, like a security guard general on the new foundation planet, so that's why she's a big character.
She's giving Okoye vibes.
But she also has visions. And then they come across this thing, which like nobody can get close to because it'll make you pass out. So they're all trying to figure out what it is and what it does.
They just like faint.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, they
it's Apple
and then they pass out.
TV.
But it's on Apple TV. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm almost through the first season, and the next season starts on July 14th, I want to say, or something like that.
Hey, do you watch that show on your phone?
I don't know. No, I don't. Absolutely not.
I know you don't.
If it's a good show, dude, I ain't watching it on my phone. Come on, man.
He's an evil green bubble guy.
I like the full 4K visuals on a big screen when I watch shows like this.
I want to be given the option if I need to drop a deuce in the middle of it. I want to watch it. I want to continue watching and drop.
Do you continue it in the bathroom?
Hell yeah!
Shit, I don't know that.
It's called being entranced, enthralled. I've always wanted a fishnet. Is that a fishnet shirt that he's wearing?
Looks like it.
Yeah, those are fucking cool. I've since the 90s. I've been into those. I mean, I can't wear it.
And of course, he's like super shredded and basically takes off his shirt or goes completely naked as much as possible.
That's the only people that could wear that.
Yeah.
If I looked at if I wore that same shirt, I want the audience at home to look at this. If I wore that same shirt, there would be like a PETA thing, like stop using fishing nets. Look, a beluga whale got caught in a fishing net.
Free Willy.
Yeah. No straws or tuna nets. Yeah, fuck that guy. Stupid.
It doesn't.
Bastard.
It doesn't look feminine on him because he's so muscular. If
Is
we
his
were wearing
arm,
it, we
is
would
he
have.
a werewolf?
He's been in some other
his
stuff,
arm
I'm sure,
looks
I don't know.
crazy long, or is it because the from midriff on is just black, so he looks elongated.
It's he's kind of got like a Greek king, like Greek Empire vibe to it a little bit.
Well, I think that's what the back. It looks very Dune meets Greece.
Yes, yes.
But his arm is werewolf.
That's very much the vibe. And then they live on a planet like Coruscant.
Bro, look at fucking sister in the back just serving fashion, dude.
So she's
looking like a fucking napkin at a fancy dinner table.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
She's
dude.
an android, and his empire killed off all of her race, and she's the only one left.
Ooh,
and she's
gonna
his
betray
servant.
him. She's gonna betray him.
She's his servant. Yeah, I know. You kind of I kind of see that coming. It hasn't happened yet, but She's definitely sentient. And then she's like over like 10,000 years old or something like that. So she's seen all these kings come and go.
And it's the same dude the whole time.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Oh fuck.
They start at
have
childhood.
small
They start at
changes?
childhood, and then they grow up to adults. But they constantly have a clone on backup. So even if the king dies, they have a clone ready at their age to go whenever. So if one king dies, they can literally replace him with another clone like right away. So the lineage never like dies. There's no way to kill it off. There's no way to get rid of it.
Unless you
destroy the
tear
clone.
the system. No. You fucking destroy the people that would put the clone in place, and then you kill the clone, and then the clone doesn't go in place, right?
Yeah. Huh? Well, interesting show. If you're into sci-fi, fantasy, kind of, if you're a mathematical person, I guess you might be into it too. Because a lot of it has to do with math, and like numbers never change, right? Numbers never lie. They can tell the future. They basically show patterns. So that's kind of the gist of it. But not bad. Not a bad show.
Do you remember that MTV band? It was like I think it was a joke, but I think they actually made a band and like toured. It was called Together to Get Her. They had that song Calculus. I know my calculus. It says you plus me equals us. Dude, look it up. Look it up. Just
What is it called?
The band was called Together, and the song was called Calculus.
Is this them?
No.
The band was called Together?
I think, yeah, it was To Get Her.
To Get.
Or just look song Calculus. There can't be more than one.
How do you spell calculus?
That's the one.
What the fuck?
And it's fucking what's his name from what's his name? What's the fucking Jack Black? Isn't that him?
No.
Or
no,
that's Chris
no.
Farley. Is this, remember I lie about that?
Yeah.
Chris, and that's Chris Farley's brother, or it's the guy.
Okay, I can see it being Chris Farley's brother. It's not the guy from it's not the guy from Tenacious D.
Yes, but this whole thing was a parody, so I don't know if like, but I truly don't know.
Was it
if
like
they
a
also,
mockumentary kind of thing or something?
It was, I think so, but they like actually performed together and stuff too. Who is it?
Together,
Mickey Park, Jerry O'Keefe.
was an American fictional boy band whose composition
Yeah,
songs
Kevin
information-
Farley. Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, I know some.
Satirical approach to boy bands like New Kids on the Block and Sync and Backstreet Boys. They were part of a self-titled MTV movie and spin-off series. So it's kind of like We Are Spinal Tap. It's like kind of like a Spinal Tap
yeah,
kind
but
of
for
thing.
boy band.
Yeah. Okay. I'd be interested in seeing it. I wish we could watch full movies and get away with it, because
That'd be cool.
if we just did, hey Adam, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for joining the show. Are you watching at the bar? Or are you watching at home?
Trick question. Quick question, hotshot. The bar is home.
Yeah, I wish we could do that. You know, maybe someday we can get away with it somehow. Maybe we do a secondary channel where we don't care if it gets banned.
We don't fucking care. Rage Against the Machine.
I guess
Fuck
on
that,
Kick,
I won't
I guess
do
on
it,
Kick,
Tommy.
people are just watching full-on movies and nothing's happening.
Dude, I just saw a link that said this one Twitch streamer gets paid $10,000 a night that people tune in to watch her sleep. I was like, fuck. You know how many fucking
I'm
nights
losing
I've been
faith in our
sleeping for
society
free? You know how
every
many
day.
naps I've taken and not get a single red penny? Fucking bullshit.
There was one guy, this like Korean guy, who did a sleeping stream.
Oh.
And every time someone donated, like a sound effect would fucking go off, and it was like super fucking loud.
Oh, no.
And then literally he had people knocking on his door, like yelling at him, like at least 2 or 3 times.
I thought you were talking about, remember the guy that they like put in a reality show, but he couldn't get
Oh.
anything except if it was like a donation or he had to like trade up for it or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fucking. Oh,
I watched a
makes me
Count
sad.
Dankula video on it. He did a video on it. He does the Mad Lads one.
Yeah,
But that's literally
that was
torture.
sad. Yeah,
It's literally torture. And they kept him on the show.
For
Like
a
even when
year-
the show was over,
it was in like 2 years.
like
or
it was
something?
supposed to be over. He left the show for like a year, and they like barely paid him shit or gave him anything. And then they were like, "Well, come back and we'll give you more shit." And he was like, "Okay." And like, he came back, and this guy literally was naked on the show for like.
Yeah.
He had to earn his clothes. He didn't have a TV. He literally had to earn his food
Yeah,
by like clipping coupons.
Yeah, it was
Or something
fucking
like that.
wild.
Fucking crazy, dude.
And he had to like trade up to get stuff, and it's like,
Maybe we'll do a show dedicated to that, to what happened on that show. That might
no,
be interesting.
it's a bummer. I'd rather play scary games.
No, that is a scary game.
Life, scariest game out there.
All right, if you guys didn't tune into the show last week, we had the Night Marcher McKenna Cruz on. Almost put it out there.
Bro,
You can follow him at _ the Night Marcher on Instagram. But he was a great guest. We had a lot of fun with him here. He had a wrestling event the week previous, and we pretty much broke down the whole wrestling event. We had footage from the event. So if you want to see that, go back to our last episode, episode 10. It was a really fun episode. We enjoy having him on. So highly recommended. But we got into a conversation about Chase was saying, because there were a couple shots taken by some of the wrestlers occasionally. And you were like, what if there was a whole wrestling event just based around drinking?
yeah, drinking, and then like I was saying too, I wanted
Like, just people getting
different
drunk in the ring.
personalities other than like, of course, it's a local event, so there's going to be a lot of like Polynesian inspired characters, et cetera, et cetera. But I was like,
Right.
I want hood rat shit. And Brandon apparently delivered with.
So he brought up Hood Slam, which is a wrestling league out in California.
Was it Oakland specifically? Which
Yes.
I've worked outside of Castro Street before, so in Oakland. I
So-
actually worked at Castro in San Francisco once too, but
So me being the curious guy I am, I'm like, okay, let's look into this. And it's everything you would think it is. But it's great. So since we're doing a kind of nerd podcast, I thought it was kind of fun because I came across this wrestler who is
Cereal
literally
Man.
and there was the
Fucking
Cereal
fun.
Man, which goes back to he's going to be your favorite wrestler.
Duh.
Is if he has a tag team partner called Milk. I just thought it was super hilarious because the Milk and Cereal thing will live on forever.
Infamy.
But this match caught my eye, and I thought it was great because we are a nerd podcast. Just check this out. Check what the wrestler he's fighting. Check out what his thing here.
Dude, that's a pretty sick mask, dude. Look how hyped they are for that cereal. Look how hyped they are. Everyone loves cereal. Bro, that mask is so sick.
To wrestle a whole match with that. Wait, what cereal is he holding? That looks like Apple Jacks.
You know why? You know why? There's a story behind that. We eat what we like. That's the story.
That was it.
That's it. Bro, cereal.
That was the
man.
story. Okay.
That's dude. You should rob banks with that fucking face.
Okay, but this guy I thought was intriguing. He's literally like the video game nerd.
Oh, look at this NES.
This is a Japanese console deathmatch.
Console deathmatch.
Top Gun, second mission. Careful! Apparently that box is cereal, but not. This is a Japanese console.
He's like steering him with the controller.
talking about. That's so sick.
Look at all the NES cartridges and shit.
You know what's fucking crazy is I guarantee someone's like, bro, you know how much money that is on the fly?
Yeah, they're like, dude, I could use some of those games in my collection.
This does not look good.
It gets crazier. This-
Yeah, there's some old like Atari and Atari games on there
Yeah.
too.
They're gonna set up the loot table between the four. I don't fucking know. I have no idea. It's nice of you.
Dude, that's a
Seriously,
Famicom. Is that a Famicom?
No, that's not a
that's
Famicom. That's something older.
Working together. They're just
That's
a
a
Virtual
fucking
Boy.
yeah, dude.
boy. Not the virtual boy. Do you know what that'll do to your retinas? Society. The Kenny K is just
It's upsetting me how much money he's about to destroy right now.
Thrift store raid. That's like 800 copies.
But that's
of
what I'm
Top
saying
Gun.
is like, if you break it, you gotta re-up.
This does not look good for literally every Anton and Pawn.
Oh, dude, the elbow pads are like the fucking Nintendo
Right.
buttons. That's so sick.
Not one, not two, not three, but four Xboxes.
Is that guy like Zelda? Or Link?
Oh yeah, he's
rather?
wearing Link. Yeah. So
Dude, imagine the the Dreamcast. Dude. No.
yeah, there was Dreamcast. There was one point where he used the GameCube to rack the guy in the balls.
Dude, whoever's job it is to clean that up has got to be so mad.
Yeah. I think that's why there might be a rock band on after this because they're probably like, we gotta clean
Yeah.
up the fucking ring.
Can you imagine being the video game guy too? Like, hey, don't get any Cheeto dust in my fucking
Yeah.
NES.
Fucking Apple Jacks
Yeah.
and video games cartridges and shit all over the place.
Absolutely unbelievable.
So I don't know. So there you go.
Bro,
Hood-
did you? By the
Hood
way,
Slam.
did you know that video games have batteries in them?
Really?
Like old Game Boy games, they had a battery inside the game. So
was that
sometimes
for the memory or something? So you could save games. I think it was part of how you kept save games on those things.
I don't know. I think it's fucking cool. I just saw it the other day.
Yeah.
You know that that online company that's been getting hella heat, DK Oldies.
Oh, 'cause
They
of the-
they were
yeah.
like, oh, we like refurbish our games too, and they open it up, and there's like a little battery, like we replace the batteries now, like it'll be good for another 20 years or whatever. And I was like, battery in a fucking game? It was like an old Pokemon game. I was like, I had no fucking clue. Thought all the power was provided by the console.
I think it was just to save games. That's the main
Yeah.
thing. The power, like memory.
But then how does you know what I mean? Like, how does it turn on, turn off? That's crazy.
It's just.
I really feel like ICP right now, like magnets. What's up with that?
Mind blown.
Yeah.
Oh, we need the Julia Roberts math shit that can fly past. I'll just see if I can get that going.
I don't think that's Julia Roberts, dude.
Julia, is it? Wait, who is
It's
it?
just like a fucking random lady. I don't think that's Julia Roberts.
I swear it was like Julia Roberts.
Yeah, math meme.
Well, there's.
That ain't
maybe
Julia
it's not
Roberts,
her,
dude.
huh? Who is that?
Gulia.
Man,
That is
I want the
Ghoulie.
GIF. I want the GIF. Because she's kind of just like a background in that. Like. I thought it was Julia Roberts for some reason.
It does look close. It looks like TJ Maxx, Julia Roberts.
Yes. Oh, I want to find out who the lady is. And then, of course, you have the one with
Issa
Zach
Rae.
Galifianakis.
Oh, yeah.
Too.
There's one with Issa Rae too. Oh, she's so dope. There she is.
All right, we're at the point where we're reviewing memes.
Ezra Miller looks like you could put the meme over it, like math. He's like,
This one, yeah, you could totally do it on that.
fucking piece of shit guy.
Sad news again for DC fans. It looks like The Flash might lose $200 million at the box office. I guess during its opening weekend, the movie grossed at this point $55 million at the domestic box office, and dropped by 72% to only $15.3 million. The budget for the film was $200 to $220 million. It was estimated to earn $280 to $310 million globally. But if you include the 220 plus the 150 in marketing, they didn't even get close to making that back with $55 million.
But I had heard that it was like a good movie though, which is crazy. Do you think people are just fucking over it?
I think people are maybe burnt out on superhero movies at the moment. Maybe, I don't know. Across the Spider-Verse just came out not too long ago.
Remember, didn't it get beat out by Transformers in the theater?
Yeah,
Which it doesn't make any sense. I love Transformers, but
people are like all about Transformers though, and that's kind of like a
people aren't about Spider-Man, dude. What the fuck?
I don't think a lot of people jumped on the Miles Morales bandwagon because it's
true.
animated.
Well,
Even though the animation is just like stupidly awesome and
I
sick
think
and
too.
so
There's
good.
there's a lot of folks like that's not my Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's Peter Parker only, but
Yeah.
fuck those people.
So it's like if you're not into the whole multiverse of Spider-Mans.
Spider-Mans? Oh my gosh, so many Spider-Mans.
But it still did well. And what the fuck is that?
Haichu, apple kind.
Oh, shit.
Best kind.
But yeah, James Gunn's got a road ahead of him. Blue Beetle and Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom are set to come out next.
Blue
along
Beetle
with
looks pretty cool though.
the new Superman movie just got casted. So the woman who played Marvelous Miss Maisel is going to be Lois Lane. And then who's the other guy? David Cornsweet.
That's a fake name.
Cornsweet.
That's a fucking fake name. Bro, that honestly, if you don't call it a fight, you're like when the fucking junk smells.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking corn sweat.
So this is going to be your Superman.
Eh.
They all fucking look alike. Last one was what? Henry Cavill?
Cavill's dope.
Um,
I mean, it's the jawline, right?
mm-hmm. But I love Rachel Brosnan in Marvelous Miss Maisel. If you haven't seen that show,
I don't have I heard of it before.
it was on Netflix, I believe. But basically she's like a comedian in the 1950s.
It's based on a real
1940s,
person too, right?
30s, 1930s. Yeah.
I think it's based on a real
Yeah.
person.
Basically, she was like the first dirty woman comedian. And God, that pinup look is super hot too. By the way, but
Like Bombshell, like that kind.
yeah,
Like the onesie bathing suit and that pose.
I think I
Click
think it's
that.
the hairdo and the lipstick, the red lipstick. You know what I mean? But
Oh, what's her name's in there? Alex.
Peter.
oh yeah, she's her agent. She's her manager. So she plays her manager.
She was mad too. You know who she is too? Where I fell in love with that character. He looked like a man.
Yep.
Yeah.
He look like a man. But yeah, it was a great show. It was a good show about women's empowerment and stuff like that. But
Speaking
it
of
was also really fun.
speaking of women's empowerment, and we were talking about wrestling, that show Glow was pretty cool too.
Oh, I've seen a couple episodes of that. I didn't go further than like maybe 5 episodes. She was doing another show that I kind of got into called
Community.
Physical.
Oh.
I think that was the same actress.
Wanna
If I'm
get
not mistaken.
physical.
But so I don't know. Were you ever a Flash fan at all?
I mean, no. Well, in the animated stuff, yes, but
Yeah.
Green Lantern, DC Green Lantern is my dude. Batman was the first superhero
I know people
ever
love
loved,
the
but
show, but I heard it fell off. Right.
I
towards
watched
the
the
end, right?
first 2 seasons, not religiously, but I don't think there was anything else going on at the time, so it was easy to. I like tuned in every week, but
Yeah, I feel like during COVID, during the lockdown stuff, I feel
No,
like a
this
lot of people
happened-
were getting
like-
into it.
it started years before COVID.
Yeah, but I think people just like
Oh, like
started
it picked up
watching
a
it.
second win
Yeah.
because you're like, what the fuck else am I
Yeah.
gonna do? Yeah, this and Green Arrow, or the Arrow, or whatever it was called. They did like a lot of crossover stuff that I think was cool.
But I'm not a big DC guy, so we might need to get a DC expert in here.
DC dork.
Because the Flash obviously is one of the biggest characters, though, right, in the DC universe. I think he's one of the most loved,
here's the
probably.
thing.
Like, he's a very popular character.
Here's why I think they fuck themselves, right? Because DC creates these superheroes that like, and they blow smoke up their ass the whole time, right? Superman, literally, his only weakness is a fucking rock. So he's boring. He's fucking boring.
Yeah.
And why have the Flash, who's like so fast, but then Superman can beat him anyway? So it's like your one fucking thing you're good
Yeah.
at, you're not even the best at.
Yeah.
And then fucking Batman, who like every DC dork I talk to is like, well, he could, given enough time and preparation, he could beat anybody. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude.
It's weird, though, because I'd be interested in watching the Flash movie. Apparently, it got decent reviews, too. So it wasn't about
that's what
the
I'm saying.
quality of the movie, necessarily. It was just maybe the timing was bad when it got released or something like that.
It's also hard to support a fucking douchebag like Ezra Miller anyway.
Yeah, and there was a lot of controversy around that, I think, too.
Yes.
Right? So-
Well, yeah, because fucking Jonathan Majors, who apparently there's evidence
these?
saying that
I
he
want
was one of them's cola, the red one's cola, the white or the blue one is question mark.
Yeah, okay, what's the controversy around Ezra Miller? Because I don't really know.
So he got in trouble and he beat the shit out of some lady in Hawaii, amongst other things. And they still like put his shit out there. Jonathan Majors, the guy that plays Kang, got in some shit like domestic dispute, and immediately the girl was like, hey, the media is running with this. Like, I told them you didn't do anything. And they're like still like forcing the narrative that like, hey, they're
Nothing
canceling his projects. So like he's been getting taken off projects, stuff like that. Despite evidence, supposedly, I haven't read all the way into it, so don't quote me on this, but
Okay.
despite evidence, supposedly, like I said, showing that he's innocent or in the right, he's gotten a lot more flack for doing less than Ezra Miller.
It's so hard these days, too, because you're just like, how... Like, there's so many accusations that just come
Yeah.
out, you know? I was watching the Arnold... I watched the Arnold... there's a 3-part miniseries about Arnold, and they, like, do full-on interviews with him and everything, but... Just like when he was running for governor, and then all of a sudden there's, like, these 20 women that came out of the woodwork and just were like, he inappropriately touched me, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not denying that he did that. And he didn't either, honestly.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, I was a good-looking dude. There were a lot of beautiful women, you know.
I was so handsome.
Yeah. They touched me. I touched them. You know, my bad. You know, I didn't think it was like that, but apparently it was, and I apologize. So it's like...
Isn't this, dude, who thought the fucking future would be like this? That we were talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger from The Terminator.
Yeah.
And we're not even surprised that he was a politician. We're just like casually talking about
His story is pretty amazing. Like, how he's seriously one of those guys where he can manifest what he wants, and he just has that. I mean, look at the guy when he was Mr. Olympia, right? Like, he had what was the perfect body.
Yeah.
Right? Is what, you know, that's the definition of being Mr. Olympia, right? And then when he was like, okay, now I have the perfect body. Now what do I do? Okay, I want to be an actor. Okay, I'm going to do that. And granted,
And then
he's not
like,
the deepest
Yeah.
actor or anything, but
He was
very
successful.
successful.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
successful. And, you know, he found out what worked for him. And it wasn't like he just was typecasted. He did all kinds of fucking crazy roles.
Dude, Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop. He was fucking Turbo Man and Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he had
Mr.
Predator,
Freeze.
Terminator,
No.
Mr. Freeze.
You chill. One of the best lines in all of cinema.
But I enjoyed watching it, and you're just like, it's amazing to see somebody who's like, I want something, and then they can just go get it because that's all that's on their mind.
Yeah.
You know, and like I totally don't have that discipline.
Didn't him,
but-
Stallone, and Bruce Willis? They're the ones that did the was it called the Hollywood? It was the hotel / restaurant chain. Remember? Was it called Hollywood?
Maybe they talked about how him and Stallone had a big rivalry. Like they would keep coming out with action movies, like, and that would just basically try to outdo one or the other.
Yeah. Now Stallone's doing reality TV.
Yeah. But Stallone was like, yeah, all these guys wanted to do movies with machine guns. And I said, okay, let's do machine guns. And then after that, it was bazookas. And after bazookas, it was tanks. And he's like, we just kept one-upping each other. And all of a sudden, we got like a Gatling gun on our shoulders, and we're just carrying it around. I don't know if his accent was like that, but, you know, something like that.
Planet Hollywood was the name of
Oh, yeah.
it. That was like it was a huge bust too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a hotel in Vegas.
Yep.
And it was like a
It's
string
still called
of
Planet
restaurants.
Hollywood.
Is it?
Yep.
But it's like
But it's
for-
not the
way
same as what
further
it used
down.
to be. But yeah, it was. I think Monica worked at a Planet Hollywood at one point, actually.
word.
Yeah. I almost worked at Planet Hollywood, too, at one point. They had one here in Hawaii.
Oof.
And then a lot of them shut down, yeah. But it was just basically like a wax museum combined with a restaurant.
Yeah.
And I think they would have like
That's what the
concerts and
fucking
stuff.
Wahlburgers is right now.
Yeah.
Don't eat there, dude.
Really?
It's gross.
There's
Like,
one at Ala Moana, right?
Gross. Yeah. It's like gray hamburger patties.
What?
It was nasty.
People like swear by Wahlburgers.
Yeah. And the whole thing is just like a hand job for Mark Wahlberg. It's just posters of him.
Really?
How's
like
how's your
lifting
mom?
weights?
Have a burger. Look at pictures of me.
There's just a video wall of him constantly on a loop, like eating the burgers. Like, you're gonna love a Wahlburger.
No, it's
Eat
not
my-
even.
eat the
It's
Wahl-
not even like.
Well, his brother runs it, right? Donnie, like the redheaded stepchild of the family. He was like, "All right, you go run my
Isn't he
restaurants."
like a successful actor? Like,
not
didn't he do all the
Donnie,
cop
not
shows?
Donnie. It's not Donnie. Yeah, Donnie's an actor. He's still an actor. He's actually probably more successful than. Well, Mark's never mind. But it's like the youngest brother or something like that runs the restaurants.
Dum Dum.
They had the whole reality series on the Wahlburgers. What's up, Markrophones? Guys, go check out Markrophones' YouTube channel. He's got live performances of the stuff he does. The guy plays 5 instruments at the same time. Like,
And-
insane.
He came for me, dude. He started singing my songs, and he's singing them good. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
The only problem is he'll steal your karaoke songs. So just keep that
So
in
I'm
mind.
running an active smear campaign against him, just so everyone knows. I have personally seen him punch kittens. It was sad to watch, but
Should we put him on blast?
I'm doing the Lord's work.
Is this him? Yeah.
That I am.
Some days it feels
Oh,
like
that is.
you got nowhere to start. It seems like everything is falling
Oh, he's got a good
apart.
engagement rate.
So trust your guts and just follow your heart, 'cause I know that you want to rock on.
Oh, we heard him sing this the one time. It's like that AI animation stuff.
It feels like you got nowhere to go. It seems like everybody's keeping you low. So let me share this little secret.
Also, this he's always smiling.
Yep. Yeah.
I've never seen him not smile.
Positive
Yeah.
vibe kind of guy. But you see, he's playing 2 instruments. He's playing one here, he's playing one here, he's playing with his feet. He's playing the drums with his feet. I don't know how he does it, dude.
I can't even play one instrument or sing. He's doing all the things.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's got all kinds of shit. Well, he's going to the mainland soon. He's supposed to bring all that stuff back with him. So, he may become too famous for us pretty soon. But
Good. I can have my songs back.
but go check out his YouTube channel, the Markrophones, and you can catch more of his music there. And yeah, you can get his live dates and everything like that. I don't know. I'm guessing his Instagram is at Markrophones or the Markrophones. Fun times. Stop singing our karaoke songs though, bro.
Yeah, quit it. Quit it. The darkness is mine, fool. And mine.
Big news this week. What? Not really big. I'm not even gonna give them that credit. Freaking the Zuck
Cuck.
and the Musk are talking about this cage fight, and it's not dying down. It's sticking around. This announcement was made a couple weeks ago where they were challenging each other in the ring, and now both of them are starting to put out pictures of their training. And I guess Zuckerberg already is like I don't know what belt he has, but he's been training in jiu-jitsu. I did an impromptu training session with Elon Musk for a few hours yesterday. I'm extremely impressed with his strength, power, and skill on the feet and the ground. It was epic. Really inspiring to see Elon and Mark doing martial arts. I think
But not fighting the cage. Yeah.
I mean, does the world... Well, the joke from this was... because he said, I'm just going to lie on him and there's nothing he can do about it. But here's some video of Mark Zuckerberg doing his training.
See,
Why is there so many cuts?
because you get exposed if you keep the long one in.
There's literally 10 cuts in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Just play part of the video, man.
Because they're framing it like he's done it before.
Yeah, okay. Really? Like, they're like, okay, do me a
Look-
favor, man. Just lay down on the ground and let me get
Yeah.
you in a chokehold and then tap out. Yeah? Yeah, just do that for me real quick so I can put it on the gram.
Look, yeah.
How many cuts? I'm sorry, this is driving me fucking crazy.
Playing footsies.
How many?
You know what sucks is that, like, I guarantee in the community, like MMA community, like that, whoever is hosting this, the guy that put out that tweet,
Yeah.
I'm sure those guys paid him a lot of money
Yeah.
to put that out, but you lost all your credibility for
like-
sure.
He just told the editor, you better make me look good, yeah?
Yeah.
Here's $1 million. Just make me look good for a 5-second video.
And make sure to put an ethnically ambiguous man in the back.
The guy's not even fighting, bro. He's not even defending himself here.
It's someone's garage,
Like,
too.
Yeah. Look at you, really?
Yeah.
Nice, Mark. There it is.
Oh shit! Did he hit his head on the fucking? I think he hit his head on the molding, dude. There's no padding on that shit. This is wood molding right here.
Fucking Zuckerberg DDT. Power.
It sounded like it hurt.
Bro, with as many edits as there are in here, someone popped the levels
Yeah.
on that. No. A fucking gunshot.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. No dice.
This is probably his garage
Yeah.
in Kauai or some shit. He probably flies him in there to train with him.
But there's look, wait, just go back to that video though. Look how many people are in the gym. There's 5. There's 6 people total, including the guy holding the camera. Look how much gear is stacked up on the side. There's no fucking way. That looks like a fucking high school football team amount of shit.
I want to see the comments.
Ooh, stop fighting. Yes.
Oh.
Oof.
Can I be Zuck just for like half an hour? Also pointless. Dang, there's a lot of people rooting for him in this thread.
No. Bots. Yeah. Yep. She looks like a Wii person. Like you make on fucking Nintendo. That's a Nintendo Wii woman.
This is not as hot as I hoped it could be. You gotta be careful on these Twitter threads.
Yeah.
Sometimes all of a sudden there'll be a pair of titties that pop up and you're like, oh, fun.
Yeah, but if they're Elon's, it's okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I honestly, okay, so who would you take? But regardless of what you just saw, I would take Mark Zuckerberg because I feel like he'd take it more seriously because like he can't take another L. Meta is lost so hard. That fucking picture of him surfing with 73 pounds of fucking suntan lotion. The fact that like he looks like just an alien person. He can't take another L. If he loses, so he's gonna take it seriously. He's gonna hire all the best training partners, stuff like that. Elon, I think, is like, I'm too cool for it, and he'll probably back out. I bet he'll be like, oh, this is just, like to draw attention to this cause or something like that. Like try to play it off like he's this fucking 5D chess playing maniac, but he's a fucking douche.
I mean, yeah, I don't like Elon either. But wait, this is a Elon Musk parody account too. So, did they take this as his actual quotes? This is a parody account.
Yeah.
This isn't even a real account. Why are they quoting it? Do they not know it's a parody account? Elon Musk AOC?
So you gotta love AOC, man.
AOC so I think
I want AOC in my crew.
So Musk definitely has the size advantage.
Isn't it an advantage though? He's got at least 10 years on him too, right?
That's true. Party Boy says, "Hey, I just got one taps and apps pour just to remember the days before I left Hawaii. We miss you, bro. Come back and visit anytime, dude."
It's Party Boy.
That's our boy Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank.
But that's actually who gave me my Encino Man nickname because we used to play paintball together back in the day. But
oh shit,
we were friends back in the day. And we used to go play paintball, but my hair used to be long, and it looked like a caveman. So he was like, "What's up, Encino Man?" And it just kind of stuck.
Honestly, underrated movie with Brendan Fraser. Dude.
Yes. Another one you got to put on the top 5 list, maybe. No, rewatchability,
bro. Because if you start addressing movies like that, then you bring in a question like Pauly Shore, Biodome. Biodome, I'd take over Encino Man for sure.
I don't know, man. Biodome's all
Three
right.
mahi.
Biodome's like Dumb and Dumber in a dome.
Yeah, but that's what made it good, dude.
Well, cheers to you, Party Boy.
What would you call that shit Pauly Shore used to do? Like he had like a shtick. The Weasel, yeah.
Squeezing the juice.
Bro, everyone thought everyone from California was like that.
Yeah.
They're not half wrong. There is like truth.
Pauly Shore is still like that.
Did you know Pauly Shore, his mom runs the comedy store in LA?
Really?
Like, he's from comedy royalty, dude. And I was like, oh, I guess that makes sense. But growing up, you didn't know that shit. You're just like, oh, in the army now. Yeah, free my mind.
Wait, okay, so he's talking to Biodome.
Hell yeah, dude. The scene where they eat all the food, they like lock each other in a closet and they eat all the food and then smell each other's farts and go like, peanut butter with the whip. Bro, me and my cousins for real did that shit. I mean, not on purpose. We would just fart and you'd be like, do you smell
You still
peanut
do.
butter?
What are you talking about? You're the one who wanted to start the fart cam. Not about it.
Dude, start a tip jar
Yeah.
just for the fart. I want to fart. It should be right here. Just I want to make eye contact with the camera. I'm just gonna wink. That's my project. After we get a couple hundred episodes with some more of these these fart clips. Bro, I haven't even been farting in here, dude. What happened? I need to see a doctor. Why I ain't farting?
Eating too much candy. That's just backing you up.
Bro, that
I'm gonna
means
try the blue
that
one now.
means World War III is gonna happen.
It's just a matter
You're
of
not
time.
ready for it, dude. It's like a dead aardvark in there.
So would you pay to see the Zuckerberg Elon Musk fight?
No. No, even if the money
like
went to
bubblegum.
charity, I wouldn't give a shit. Like, no.
That's the
I'd
only.
rather watch a Logan Paul fight. Because at least then I care if someone gets beat up.
Yeah.
I know none of these guys are going to throw a pause. You know what I mean?
Nor would they donate to.
Yeah, so
charity.
it's a wash. But it would be super hyped
I would
up like it was the biggest thing ever.
Yeah, pirate that shit.
Yeah.
Probably play it right here on Twitch or YouTube for you guys to all watch it. We'll pay for it, and you guys just got to tune in.
Don't say
And
well. I'm not putting my money on that. Fucking assholes.
Sub to the channel, and you can get a free viewing of the fight.
You don't live with King of Farts.
That's true. That is true. Butterfly Bulbasaurus, I do not live
saved
with him,
my-
thank God,
I
because.
said my best.
But trust me, Mo gets it from me too. So
Bro.
I'm not infallible when it comes to the farts. Everybody farts. Everybody poops.
These toots
okay.
go loose. No, girls don't poop. Did you know that? It's scientific. I read it.
It's a
I have
lie.
National
It's a lie.
Geographic.
I watched it the other day. I just
You
had to
sick
verify.
fuck. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. Let me see it.
That's actually, I opened the door and I was like, so you really do. And then I closed the door.
I would have, dude. If I fucking walked in like that, I'd have been like Jack Skellington. What's this? What's this? There's something in the air. It's fucking gross, dude. I refuse to believe it, and thank God my wife does her due diligence. To farting is okay. Farting is cute. It's really funny.
Yeah.
But doo-doo, nah, dude. I refuse to believe that they're capable of the same things that we are
Yeah.
in
It-
that
it's-
field.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not as disgusting. I guarantee that.
That's what every woman that thinks that it's grosser for women has never been to a men's public restroom. The
Men don't give a shit.
Oh, they give shit.
They give
They
a
give
shit.
I literally went to Target, which by far and wide has nicer restrooms than most. There was
Yeah, they usually keep them clean.
graffiti in shit. They took the time to write their tag name in shit with their. But I was curious.
Meth is
I was
a hell of a
like-
drug, man.
Did they have did they bring a glove because they thought about it? Did they use raw dog finger? Did they dip it in like shit, or did they just get more ink? Did they did they Roto-Rooter? I was so
Yeah,
baffled. dude.
yeah. The fact that you thought about the
I had a lot of time. I was taking a shit myself.
how did they even do this? So did you sit in the shit stall?
When I think forensic,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. This is what I think of. Bro, I didn't.
You were the Julia Roberts.
TJ Maxx, Maxinista.
I'm still gonna
Roberts.
say it was Julia Roberts.
That's fine. I'd say everyone's Chris Farley's brother. I've been caught in a lie multiple times. Let's check into these new games. I'm
Got some new
new to all
releases
this.
for July. Go away.
Every month, GameRanks puts together a list of the notable releases coming down the pipeline over the next month. Hi, folks, it's Falcon, and today on GameRanks, the top 10 new games of July 2023. Starting off with a really good one, in my opinion. I love the previous Pikmin games, so Pikmin 4's release in July is one I'm looking forward to. So, on the surface, what we're looking at is a pretty straight continuation of Pikmin 3. Captain Olimar's crash landed on a new planet. You go to save him. You also crash land. Doesn't sound terribly different from Pikmin 3. However, there's a large visual upgrade to this version of the game, and there are a number of new mechanics.
I feel like it's like a Lemmings of sorts or something like
yeah,
that.
you have a gang of dudes, and the different colors can do different shit. I think I played like 20 minutes. Remember when they used to have demos inside of like GameStop when like the console was it was like hard, like stuck to the, and you had like a little TV and you had to wait for some 8-year-old that was like,
Or you had to wait for the thing to like time out and shut it down and reset it.
bro, more than Costco, I would like make my way through the aisles just to like, I want my turn because my mom's not going to let me be in here for long at all. Like I have to pretend like I'm doing something else and then go there and play for 5 minutes.
She's ready to get in and out.
Yeah.
But
Next,
I mean, I heard a lot of people being excited about this.
Dog Ochi,
That's cute.
who will be very useful in a lot of different situations. both
Ochi
in
wally
attacking
wally,
enemies as
Ochi
well
bang
as
bang.
acting as a flotation device, enabling traversal across water, which, as you know, with certain Pikmin can be a big problem. In terms of new Pikmin, like you're going to be able to freeze water with an ice Pikmin, and also, interestingly, there's also going to be a glow Pikmin who can scare enemies away at night, meaning there's going to be some night gameplay in this game, which I find super interesting. As I said before, big visual upgrade. This game was made using the Unreal Engine.
So you just got to keep them alive then,
particularly normal.
Is it like if you run out of Pikmin, then you're pretty much
because
game over?
they could die. But then there's ways to get more too.
For Nintendo in-house development. It leads me to speculate they are thinking about forwards compatibility because, man, oh man, has that Switch been around a long time now. And if they wanted to, it would be very easy to bring Pikmin 4 built on Unreal Engine to whatever the next console is. Probably easier than something proprietary and designed specifically for Switch. I love Pikmin. I'm excited for a new one. It's coming out July 21st. And if that's too long to wait, they just released HD remasters of both Pikmin 1 and 2. That's available now. All of this, of course, is only on Nintendo Switch.
Probably still for
Puppet
like
World.
the
I
full
forget what
fucking price too, right? What the fuck is this?
That looks scary.
Number 9 is My Friendly Neighborhood, a Sesame
Oh,
Street /
no.
Mr. Rogers Puppet World. I forget
It's
what
the
that
guy with
place
the
is
like
called.
chainsaw. It's fucking weird.
But as a horror game. So take your trolley on down. There's a demo if you'd like to try it. I did. It is maybe scarier to certain people. I don't find stuff in the demo particularly scary. I do enjoy it though. It probably
Chase would be freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, I don't like this. Empty spaces in games freaks me out.
Empty dark spaces.
Yeah.
it will startle you a bit. It did startle me. I want to give it that. But it really is reminiscent of the Backrooms and the various games about the Backrooms to me. I think the demo's pretty
Bert
fun,
and Ernie
actually.
is falling from the ceiling.
And I do think that there's certain people that'd probably terrify, at least from what I've experienced in
So
the demo.
fucking
But it's a
crazy.
specific kind of person. That said, I don't think you need
A
to
normal
be that
person.
kind of person to enjoy this game. I don't think it's particularly important to be afraid of it, to enjoy it, and I'm also sure that it probably
You wanna
progressively
test drive
gets
this one?
scarier than
No.
it is
One
in
day?
the demo.
Come on.
I don't know. It could end up frightening me once
It doesn't
I get
look
into
that
the real
s-
game
You know what
to a
game
certain
that
extent.
it
I
like it
don't
looks
know.
scary that I would play?
It's fun.
It's like the VR one where like one's a flashlight, one's a gun,
Yeah.
and like you're surrounded by zombies or something like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Are you talking about
I don't know what it's called. Like it was when like VR was
Left 4 Dead?
No, I enjoyed it a lot. So I am looking forward to playing My Friendly Neighborhood, the full My Friendly
You're
Neighborhood.
killing Bert
When it
and
lands on
Ernie.
Steam.
Like, how
guy's a
scary is
liar.
that?
Again,
This guy's
there's
a liar.
demo
He's
that
not
you can
playing
play
these
right
games
now to
when they
see
come
if
out.
it's something you didn't
Oh, they
know.
have a demo,
At number
dude.
8 is The Expanse, a Telltale series. Not specifically just Telltale games or the new Telltale games, but also co-developed by Deck 9. No strangers to narrative series. Deck 9 developed Life is Strange Before the Storm. The Expanse is a prequel to the television series The Expanse, so
I
expect to
heard
see
that
a
before.
lot from what is a pretty well-liked science fiction show, which itself is based on novels. I've seen a lot of people who have actually
This guy's cadence is kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Based on
It's a lie.
novels.
He's lying. He's
had
never
their
played video
hands
games in his
on
life.
with the first episode describe it as a very good return to form for Telltale, which is not actually specifically the same company anymore. That said,
So Telltale Games does a lot of story-driven stuff. So a lot of it's not so much like first-person shooter. It's more like a pick-your-own adventure. It's like a choose-your-own adventure
Mass
kind
Effect
of
kind
thing.
of stuff?
Yeah. I mean, Mass Effect's way more interactive, but
Yeah.
these are more like just story-driven, choice-based games a lot of times.
Apparently, they recreate the magic. That's good to hear, too, because, I mean, they've been kind of sorely missed. I've also seen some comparisons to Dead Space, particularly in the zero-G segments, and I think that's pretty interesting sounding. Now, nobody said that this is like a major upgrade over the original Telltale formula, but it is an upgrade. Everything I've heard about it, I'm fairly excited for, although I'm not really that familiar with The Expanse
Ooh.
as a series
Space
of
scissors.
TV and print narratives. The Expanse, a Telltale series, is landing
Those
on
guys look like
PlayStations, the
LeVar
Xboxes,
Ball.
and on PC, July 27th. At number 7 is Oxenfree 2 Lost Signals, the sequel to Oxenfree, which was frankly a
Yeah, Oxenfree was like a super popular indie game that came out, so I'm sure
It
a lot of
looks
people are
cool.
going to be excited about this platformer style. But yeah,
really interesting game. I loved it. It was kind of a horror mystery, but I wouldn't call it real horror. It's more of kind of psychological horror, maybe cosmic horror. It's about
Dude, psychological
interdimensional
horror is
rifts
arguably
and
scarier than
a
regular
crew that
horror.
was thought long dead from a nuclear submarine attempting to possess some kids who were stuck on an island. It's a really interesting game. It's a game with a really distinct look to it, and it looks improved upon for the second entry. It is not a direct continuation of the character's story from the previous one. It's centered on a woman named Riley Poverly. They were a bit mum on the story details, and what they gave out is not necessarily super explainable in terms of a 1-minute summary of the game, but it's definitely intriguing. It involves electromagnetic interference, and, well, let's just say
it's got
I'm
kind of a
excited to play
Stranger
more
Things
on it.
vibe to it or
This is
something.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart,
Ooh.
landing on the PC, which I'm going to go ahead and say really gives us some interesting things to think about, as the game, in some respects, acts as a tech demo for incredibly fast SSD loading, and it also brings up The Last of Us Part 1, which was not a good port at launch. Mostly good now, but that's also not Insomniac. When you look at Insomniac, you got Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales, which have pretty great PC ports. So it's gonna be an interesting ride, because, again, that whole SSD thing may very, very much impact this game.
Everybody's got SSDs now, though. So what do you mean?
You know what I have for this though? SSD's nuts.
Ah!
Actually, the game looks really pretty though.
There were
It does
areas
look
of the
visually
game
really
that
cool.
Literally load on the fly, so it'll be something to see exactly how they compensate for that. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is landing on PC July 26th. And number
one I
5 is
might
Testament:
check out.
Order of the High Human, kind of a mix of Metroidvania and RPG. This first-person action adventure does have a pretty unique look to it. Now, there's a fair amount of puzzling and platforming, as one might expect
God of
with
War.
that description of it. But what has caught my eye...
That does look like one of the gods to
Yeah.
the
amount of
that
puzzling
rock
and
dude.
platforming, as one might
What were they
expect
called?
with that
The
description
Guardians?
of it. But what has caught my
Oh,
eye
the
is that
Titans?
they're claiming to have a
Yeah.
quote-unquote new form of swordplay in the game. I don't know exactly what that means, obviously. There's obviously
dicks.
various things that
Dude,
we
that's
can
from
pick.
God of War 2, the eyeball
Yeah.
and the flying things. Interesting.
Atreus.
Even this has like a Greek vibe to it a little bit here. This like arc and this.
Out from what we see, they're slashing in different directions, they're stabbing. I'm not 100% sure what makes it new, and they don't really
Boy.
say anything in any of the
Boy.
marketing materials that tells you exactly how it is. But that being said, reasonable to assume,
Oh, that-
because they
that part
talk
looks
about
cool.
learning the system, that
It's got like a
Bro, if
Bioshock
they made a
vibe to it
fucking
little bit.
Avatar game like
it looks
that,
cool. Looks like a
I would
unique world.
lose my
Has
shit. By the
some
way, if it's not
fairly
in here,
stylized elements
there
to
is
it,
a new
but,
Avatar
I
game
mean,
coming.
I've
Really?
seen other people describe it as a Skyrim-style Metroidvania, and I can't argue with the visuals, at least. But if they actually do deliver on that, and we get a Metroidvania in first person that
That looks
actually
stupid.
kind of nails
That
that
looks-
Yeah, it does.
description, I'm there for it. Testament: The Order of the High Human is landing on the PlayStations, the Xboxes, and PC July 13th. At number
That guy
4 is
looks like
Unholy.
fucking who's Danzig?
Oh, he does. I was like, he does it for that. Do you want to walk my way?
That's
At
fucking
number 4
dancing,
is Unholy,
dude.
a game developed by a very small developer who is really accomplishing some incredible visuals given their size. Basically, this game is about a child's disappearance in a post-Soviet town, and there's kind of like a normal version of the Soviet town and then like a Stranger Things type upside-down version of it, which they're calling the in-between. There's a lot of mechanics that are kind of explained, but it's a
Unholy?
little difficult to elaborate on. There's masks. You can craft them, and they have an effect on your skills. There's also emotions that you use during battle. Desire, shock, sadness, and anger. And there is also a demo you can play right now on Steam, but it doesn't really get too far into these systems as to show you what they're capable of. It's less than an hour-long demo, and there is most certainly a narrative going on that they have split up over the course of the demo so you don't get spoiled. So the stuff going on in it is a little disjointed. Pre-warning, it is a good demo though, and this is a very well-made title considering how small the developer is. Hell, it actually looks like it gives AAA games a run for its money in terms of visuals, at least. Again, the demo's a little limited, so I can't really tell you if it's going to do that in terms of gameplay. Again, it's available on Steam now to play the demo, and will be launching July 20th on PC. It'll be coming to consoles at a later date, which has not been specified yet. At number 3 is Jagged Alliance 3. Just for your awareness, Jagged Alliance 2 came out in 1999.
Yeah, I know.
It's a turn-based strategy series that
so it's
actually
more
does
like
set itself apart from XCOM
Ghost Recon,
in a few
yeah.
tactical
XCOM.
considerations,
Yeah,
like
XCOM.
whether or not it tells the player that they have a chance to hit the opponent. So they might be making you more blind. It might be more difficult, but it's definitely something different. This is one of
XCOM's a kind of a fun game. If you got like the
I like
patience for it,
team.
it's kind of cool because it's like a turn-based strategy game, and it's like, you know, you got to make smart moves.
Oh, Final Fantasy Tactics Special or
those
Tactics
games
Ogre.
that
Actually, Special.
they've tried to make for a very long time. First announcing it in 2004. It's been through many different developers and, 2 decades nearly. It definitely looks good, though. Like, obviously, we don't know exactly how it's going to play on account a lot has happened since Jagged Alliance 2, but, that game was pretty good as well. With any luck, this will retain the charm, but perhaps bring us some modern gameplay innovations in the genre, and we're going to be seeing exactly what this thing's all about when Jagged Alliance 3 launches.
These games can get pretty intense too. Like, it doesn't look like it, but there are times where you're just like, fuck, if I make a wrong move, like I'm gonna get swarmed like by these like zombies or these fucking people or whatever, you know. So it's like you gotta like think quick because you only have a limited time to make your moves too. You can't like take forever to do them. So if you don't make the right move within the right amount of time, or you make the wrong move, then shit gets crazy like real quick.
Launches on PC July 14th. At number 2 is Exoprimal, a new team-based action game where humans with exosuits are pit against dinosaurs. Yes, it absolutely looks ridiculous, and yes, it actually looks pretty fun. You gotta love
This
it when
sounds
Capcom
dope.
goes all in on a bizarre premise. Taken from their website, this is the god-honest truth of what the story is. The year is 2040. Sudden dinosaur outbreaks have engulfed the globe in a crisis that threatens humanity's very existence. That's it. So the way this game works is there's both
shit.
PvE and
It's like that one that we
we
played,
two
yeah.
teams of 5 players competing with each other as well as with a dinosaur outbreak. And a dinosaur outbreak is exactly what it sounds like, at least as far as what it looks like. It looks kind of like the Days Gone dinosaur horde attacks. Capcom is bragging about a new AI that they're using for these outbreaks, and there's also other modes, but it does look like it's got promise, honestly. My one concern is that it sounds kind of like a free-to-play game, and it's a $60 game. That could go in a very good direction or in a very bad direction. It really depends on how it ends up playing, what you end up getting, if they're going to continue to develop more content for it. It's July 14th. And finally, at number 1, it's
Fucking
Remnant
dinosaurs.
2, the sequel to Remnant from the Ashes. A pretty damn well-liked game that's basically like a third-person shooter Dark Souls. It's a good combination of things.
Oh,
It's a
fuck
lot
that.
of fun. If you haven't played the original, I would definitely recommend it. Remnant 2 has, quote-unquote, significantly expanded upon the procedural generation stuff from the first game. And honestly, it looks like a pretty good sequel to what is a very good game. Also fun that there is a 3-player cooperative mode. That's not new, but it's there. It's definitely a good way to play the first game, and I look forward to the second game. Remnant 2 is landing on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC July 25th. Few bonus games for you. Sea of Thieves, The Legend of Monkey Island.
Oh, really?
A crossover project. The first of apparently 3 tall tales. I don't know if the other ones are going to be crossovers, but it definitely looks like a very cool Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves bomb, and then it kind of and it had a lot of bugs and glitches, but then they kind of fixed it up and it got really popular. And then fucking the Twitch streamer, what's his name? He started playing. I can't remember his name right now, but he started playing it, and then all of a sudden it just like took off.
That looks cool. I like the graphic
setting
style.
to exist in. Next is F1 Manager 2023, which
Dumb.
is basically like if you were the guy handling the business end and the technical end of racing rather than the driving part. Next is Synapse, a first-person shooter / telekinesis VR game for PlayStation VR 2. Of particular note, Jennifer Hale and David Hayter, better known as Solid Snake.
You got any interest in buying the PSVR 2?
No, the first one maybe for the Iron Man game for the little man, but other than that, no.
Snake and every woman character in every game. Oh, and also Naomi Hunter in the Metal Gear series. And finally, Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons. A new Double Dragon game that really looks like
yeah.
old
That could be a
Double
fun one.
Dragon games. It's
Looks
kind
hella
of,
fun.
I like to call it kind of pixel art plus in that it does stuff that really would not have been possible in old school pixel art, but looks very old school. Reminds me a lot of if Scott Pilgrim versus the World were forced to look more like Double Dragon, and I'm really excited to play that as well. That's all for today. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you like this video, click like. If you're not subscribed, now's a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every day of the week. Best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription. So click subscribe. Don't forget to...
There you go. Anything stand out to you out of those?
All those I've never fucking heard of. But there is, my buddy sent me a link today. There's a new Avatar game, Avatar The Last Airbender, which... Have you ever seen a game that didn't look impressive, but you were so gassed for it because of the IP?
Just
It like honestly, if you watch the
Is there a trailer for it?
put Avatar: The Last Airbender, because that's, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Frontiers of Pandora.
Jake Sully,
Oh, it's the actual Avatar, the other Avatar.
the real Avatar. Quest for Balance, that looks right. It looks so like it does nothing special.
Yeah.
Fire,
But since I love the IP,
air,
I'm all about it.
It's like Pokemon, like kind of stuff, right? Like
Yeah,
it's like,
it looks like no, but look at even the animations; they look bad.
oh, they look cool.
No, they don't.
It looks like Zelda.
No, but it looks more blocky and stiff than Zelda.
Yeah.
But like again, I'm so into the IP that I'm like, yeah, I'm
It's
gonna.
kind of that like cell shaded.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit or something like
But since I want to do this shit, I'll
Yeah.
fuck yeah. Whatever. Let me do it. Because what a lot of people don't realize was that there was an Avatar game for PS4. It was The Legend of Korra, but it got blacklisted. Like
that. Really?
there's a very limited amount of copies. They do exist, but they pulled it from
Why?
Steam. I don't know. I have no clue,
Weird.
but I want it. Oh, what's that? What's the Avatar Generations? Oh, it's the same thing? That's turn-based combat.
Yeah.
Many of you have been waiting. The month of Rebels. Rare heroes for all to collect.
When was this? 8 days ago?
The one and only Blue Spirit. Is he friend or foe? Collect him while you can for a limited time. Pirate Captain Jiang. She protects the Earth Kingdom from the scourge of the Fire Nation in her own swashbuckling way.
let's dance!
Kyoshi Warrior
Sokka.
Sokka. The only
so fucking
male
cool.
ever to be trained by the Kyoshi Warriors.
attack!
Moon Spirit Yue. Having assumed the role of Moon Spirit, she watches over her people and lends them strength.
You mess with forces you don't understand.
Moon Slayer Zhao. Having invaded the Northern Water Tribe, Zhao infiltrated the Spirit Oasis, slaying the Moon Spirit.
Time to settle this.
Collect them all while you can. Get Avatar Generations now on the App Store.
Oh, it's a mobile
Yeah, it's a
game.
mobile game. It's totally a mobile game.
Okay, so that's the fucking thing.
Every
that's
turn-based
irritating.
games
the
like
other
this are
one
all
that we
mobile games
watched
now.
right before it
Yeah.
wasn't a mobile game, but it looks exactly like that. So that's what I'm saying. That other game that
That one didn't. Yeah.
that looked. It's like fuck, dude. It doesn't look remarkable at all, but I want it.
I kind of was like that with the Dragon Ball Z games, and then I used to love the Dragon Ball Z game on Super Nintendo back in the day.
Oh,
And
the like RPG one.
The Kakarot one, I think it was Kakarot or something like that, or it might have been
Kakarot.
But I played it, and then I was just like, I don't like it.
I played the ones
don't
for
like it.
Game Boy Advance. Those ones are kind of cool. But actually, no, they were bad.
I mean, if you love Dragon Ball Z, then you're gonna be all about it. But at the same time, I don't know. I just didn't like the way. I didn't like the fighting of it. I didn't like
Dragon
the way
Ball now has a fighter, like
Yeah.
similar, a la Mortal Kombat kind of thing, like a
Yeah.
actual fighting game. It's like a 3-on-3.
Yeah.
Bro, it's fucking it. You know how like when you're a kid when you watch that the the
Yeah,
charging,
yeah.
like everyone did. Everyone who's ever watched Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z has done the fucking charge
Dude,
up.
that one video, that one kid,
The
that
black
just
dude
tries
in
to
the
go,
wind
yes, he
turbo.
tries to
Yeah,
go Super
fuck
Saiyan.
yeah, dude. There was a guy that did it in the mall before. Like,
Really?
Like he was just yelling it in the mall, and like people were joining in with him too.
Really?
It's in a huge mall too.
Oh, this is the one right here. This is the
Learn
video.
like magic.
What's up, YouTube?
It's a classic YouTube, dude.
This is something that's been on my heart for a long time. You know, all I ever wanted to be in life was a Super Saiyan. You know, ever since I was a kid, I used to always
go,
look up to
man. You
Goku
do
and
you.
Vegeta,
This is somebody's
Gohan.
dad
I
now.
used to just
Yeah,
look at them
well, yeah,
and just
I'm for
wonder,
real.
Yeah.
He's
Or
probably
somebody's
our age.
boss.
human
He's probably
being,
our
you know,
age.
I'm so
This guy is like the
worthless.
COO at a tech
what can I
company.
do? I can run, I can jump, I can flip. And it's just like we are so limited as human beings. And I just feel like when I see superheroes, you know, why can't we be
love it.
that exciting and that awesome?
You know,
Like, why
I
can't
like
wake
this
up
guy.
And
Yeah.
from
This
late
guy.
to school, just teleport there and be on time.
Instant transmission.
But I feel like, you know, during that time of
Eat a
meditation
sensu bean.
and just thinking about it, I realized something. All of that is possible.
Oh, we
and
did it
more.
wrong. We got to do the dance.
It's all in here. It's all in your mind.
Yeah.
Think about anything that you ever tried to do.
Just
you
put the
think you
earring
thought
on,
to
dude.
yourself, man, I could never do that. But then when you practiced it, guess what? You got better at it and you actually achieved it, didn't you? It's the same thing when you look at superpowers. Of course, it sounds absurd when you first look at it.
Breaking the
but if
fourth
you
wall,
try
dude.
it,
Deep
you know, if
shit.
you actually
Yeah.
set your mind to it and
Kid's
believe,
getting me jacked, dude.
you can achieve it. I saw a Chinese man set a piece of paper on fire with just the power of his hands. Now you gonna tell me that was fake? No, it wasn't fake. He channeled that energy from within, and he believed, and he channeled that energy through the creation of his mind, of what his mind believed, and what he spoke into existence, of the power that he had. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like anything that you set your mind to, your mind will, you know, your mind can.
This was
create
pre
that
Shia
force.
LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Just do it. Do it.
All right, man. I believe in you. Let's go.
I don't know. This guy should be a motivational speaker.
I know, for real though.
Oh shit. Oh.
The eyes are rolling back.
Can you imagine his grandma kicks in right now? What the fuck is going on?
Oh, dude's gonna bust a blood vessel, bro.
Bro, what if he comes like that now?
Yeah. I mean, if you didn't know what he was doing, you'd think that's what's happening. He totally waited till his parents were like out on a date or something.
Can you
to be
imagine?
Like, I'll make this video.
Did you ever like used to play, Power Rangers or fucking Dragon Ball Z in like the playground, and some kid took it too seriously, and it was so weird.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, you'd just be like, come here, and he'd be like, but you're like, dude, fucking relax, bro. You're gonna run out of chi.
I used to run around yelling Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Oh shit! Oh shit! Next level.
Ready.
Hey, don't lie though. Like,
John
half of
Jones
you out there
origin
watching
story.
this shit did this shit when you were a kid.
Okay, I did worse than this.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. X-Men was built on science. They said it was evolution. So I woke up every fucking day. But like from the time I was like 11 to like 15, I would fucking test for powers. I'd be like fuck, no laser eyes.
No
Check.
laser eyes.
And then like if I had a cut or something and it like healed, I'd be like, that's faster than most people. I have a healing factor.
Write it down in the notebook.
And I'd be like, bro, fuck no fucking claws.
No
Like,
claws. That's the number
fucking
one thing you wanted,
stupid.
though.
Fuck yeah, it is. But yeah, no, I was like, it's science. It's fucking science. Evolution is science.
I used to just run around like with a pile of playing cards and act like Gambit and throw them at people. Mon chéri.
I'll do that shit now with fucking business cards.
Yeah. It's not a bad card play idea, actually. All you need is a deck of cards and a coat.
What if you... The Undertaker.
If somebody's listening to this in their living room right now, everybody's like, "What the fuck is going on in your house?"
And even if you came in to see what was going on and you saw this, a half naked black kid with his eyes rolling back.
People are like, people
like,
just
what?
tuning in are like, "What the fuck is going on?"
What
here?
is this?
That's a weird subscription to pop up.
Yeah. That's not you, Adam.
My name
Undertaker.
is Jalen, and I am a Super Saiyan.
That's so gangster.
Yes.
That's so, no, but there was.
I believe you.
Did you ever see the wind tunnel Super Saiyan? It was like fucking legit. Or yeah, wind tunnel Super Saiyan. Yeah. Yeah, this guy is fucking cool.
Hey, it's me.
Did you ever? Did they?
Is this?
Did they
this
ever
like
have
the
these in
dollar
the malls
machine?
out here?
No.
It was yeah. It was basically just exactly like that, but nothing would come out. It was just a
It's just wind?
Yeah.
I love it, dude.
Can you imagine?
This guy walking by just like, what the fuck is happening?
Can you imagine working at Panda Express right there and just be like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, shit, I can't hear. What was that? Did you want sweet and sour pork?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you.
We got
over
another
the
asshole thinking
screaming.
he's
Yeah.
Super Saiyan in the
God
fucking air
damn
machine
it.
again.
Fucking Wednesdays, bro. I hate working Wednesdays every time with the fucking Super Saiyan. No, there was another one. There's like this. You know how like Almana's like what three levels. Is it right? Isn't it 2 or 3 levels? He looks like The Weeknd. Like his hair looks like The Weeknd. That's so fucking cool. No, it was like this dude that was doing it in the middle of the mall, and then like people on other layers were doing it. Like, yeah, just type in mall Super Saiyan. Oh god, it was fucking sick.
I love it.
I was like super hype. Mall. No.
High school cafeteria.
Oh, what was it this? I don't know if that's it. It doesn't look like it. I remember seeing it for like it was a above view. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. It's fucking cool.
We all wanted to go Super Saiyan at one time, you know. And obviously, anything Japanese in Hawaii, it's like we'll blow up.
Dude. You know who fucks with more fucking anime than like local folks though? Fucking black dudes, bro. I know
true.
More of my black friends fuck with anime more
It's
than
true.
I would say any like Japanese or local dude.
I mean, my
By a
sister's
long shot.
fiance is black, and he's one of the biggest nerds I ever
I
met.
wonder if they fucking. I wonder if there's like some correlation. Like they just like, you know, jumped into the code. Like how Taylor Swift knows how to make fucking music for white women. Like if they were just like, there's just animators like, here we go.
They're probably more. I don't know. I don't want to like stereotype or classify anybody, but maybe they're just more outgoing about it than other like because you know in Japanese culture it's not like normal to be outgoing and like super expressive. Like I don't know, you know what I mean, right? Like in the culture itself, it's just normally like everybody kind of keeps to themselves,
like repressed,
and like they'll wear costumes and stuff and have fun with it, but they're not gonna go to a fucking mall and start screaming in the middle of a mall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's no way. So I think they're just more outgoing about it. Maybe
I remember like going to school. There was like a couple of black dudes that like in college would have the Naruto headbands on. Like wore the. It wasn't like a fashion accessory. It was like a. No, I'm from the fucking Leaf Village. Like,
like no, I'm the real deal.
Yeah, and they fucking know the fucking like that shit. And I was like, fuck, dude, that's hard.
It's cool though.
It's cool as
yeah,
fuck.
you're like,
but like
that guy's a nerd. Ha.
What?
But in the back of your head, you're like, yeah, but I kind of wish I knew.
That's just what I'm saying. It's like, what did I miss? Like, how is this shit not programmed for me like this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was kind of like that shit with Avatar, though. Anytime you get me in any sort of big body of water, I'm water bending. I'm not splashing you. I'm water bending.
Okay, what's the one thing you do? Oh, okay. So the one thing I do to act like a fucking superhero, specifically a Jedi, is when I walk into like longs and I fucking open the doors. You know, you do the, and then the doors open up and you're like, yeah.
Bro, you're still a Padawan, dude. Anytime my wife's around, I'll just do this.
Are you grabbing a boob?
No.
What are you doing?
Whatever I'm
you're just
reaching
trying
for,
to-
that's on the other side. And then when she like goes like, is this what you needed?
Somehow
and
it
comes
magically
to me,
floats to
I'm
your
like,
hand.
I was like, I Jedi'd that fucking soda, man.
I do that sometimes too when it's like my water's like on the nightstand on the other side, you know, and I'm like, can you pass my water bottle? She's like, no, and I'm like, and she's like, come on, babe. She's like, come on, use the force. Use the force. She already knows what I'm doing.
gassing you
She's
up.
already there. She's like, come on, babe, you got this. You got this.
Honestly,
she'll-
most of the time, this is the only time I can relate to Grogu because I let out that sound. My strong
He's right
hand.
here. He's right under.
Fuck that kid.
You're just jealous. You're jealous you can't have one.
Can't have what?
One Grogu.
Hey man, Rosario Dawson just to hang around.
Oh, you know, I
And
take
change my
Rosario-
diaper.
Rosario Dawson, but you know,
So
or
good.
Bo-Katan nowadays, you know. All right.
Saying on my bed.
Okay, so I saw this trailer and I actually am interested. But any of you guys who've played the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, or maybe seen some of your favorite streamers play Five Nights at Freddy's, knows what the game about, but they kind of explain it in this trailer. So let's get right into it.
Hi, this is Mike.
Get
I
into
was just calling to see if that job that you offered was still available. Yes.
Oh, that's just, Shaggy,
Anything.
the guy from Scream.
Really?
Yeah, you remember him? Like the Scooby-Doo movies?
Oh,
That's Shaggy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But he was in the
Oh.
first Scream movie, first and second, or no, just the first.
Boy's getting old, man.
I mean, we're a little long in the tooth or
That's
so.
true. I mean, that was a while ago.
By the way, where the fuck did that phrase come from? Long in the tooth.
I don't know. I've heard that like a bunch this week.
One
I don't know.
wonky tooth.
And I just think of like a long tooth in someone's mouth, and I'm like, that's gross.
Like, is that dangerous? Like, he's got one fucking snaggler.
The owner's just not ready to let it go yet.
I will work and you will sleep.
I understand.
Give me your hand.
Oh, Megan.
Have you seen Megan?
No, but it looked too creepy. I didn't want to do it.
I still want to watch it.
Sam fucked with it. I let Sam fuck with my HBO account just so she could watch it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't do that shit though.
I do want to see it.
I'll give you my shit.
I have it, but
Keep
yeah.
your eyes on the monitor.
I just never got around to it yet.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's, where fantasy and fun come to life.
Okay.
You must be new security guard.
Can I help you, officer?
Have you met them yet?
Met who?
Oh, she's part of their
Yeah.
world.
Yeah. That's what it kind of seems is like.
Yeah,
it harvest
she was
victims,
drawn in that thing.
right? They're just trying to harvest victims. I like that it's made by Blumhouse though, because they make some of the better horror movies that are out there.
I don't know
They do all the big ones. They do
what?
like Omen, Insidious.
Oh fuck, they're really creepy.
They do
shit.
like all the.
You know why
crazy-
they include kids make shit creepy, dude. I fucking The Ring, fucking Omen.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. The Grudge.
Yeah, they do a lot of those movies. So a lot of the like freaky, scary horror movies kind of stuff.
Jump scare. There we go.
In the 80s, kids went missing. The police searched Freddy's top to bottom.
Hello?
They never found them. That's why the place shut down.
There are ghost children possessing giant robots. Thanks for the heads up.
Technically, they're animatronics.
What do they want?
They want to make her like them.
Pappy! Tell me how to stop them.
It's too late.
Bobby, go! Where to? Why do I always get the weirdos?
Dude, there's kids merchandise. I mean, like when we were growing up, it was Chucky, but I don't remember people being into it like that. Like as a kid, I don't remember anyone going like, "Yeah," you know what I mean? It was always like a dare thing. Like, I bet you won't fucking watch Jason with me. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. I don't get it.
You gonna watch it?
Nope.
You gonna play the game?
Nope.
Come on.
Nah.
We should play the game. at
I mean,
least.
maybe we'll play the game.
I'll put it on the Halloween list. Maybe we'll
Fuck,
play
dude.
the game.
What other games are scary?
It's the perfect setup for a Halloween shit, dude.
Right. I mean, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it for the stream.
I want to see what makes you jump.
You know what
Or what makes you just go, fuck this. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore.
The last thing that had me do that was, did you ever watch Get Out? Like psychological thrillers like that.
Yeah.
Really fuck. Or what's the one? What's the one with Ben Affleck? Gone Girl. Dude, no way. Yeah, Get Out had me really freaked out.
What about movies like like the Purge.
No, okay, so I don't like them, but for a different reason. They don't scare me. Or like The Purge, Hills Have Eyes, Saw.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like them because I think people get off on this shit. I think there's a non-0% of the community that's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I
like the Purge movies.
I mean, it's like gore is
I'm a
fine.
fucked up
Like,
guy?
I mean, you are, but that's what we love. That's what we love about you, bud. But
I like the concept of it. Like, I don't want it to happen in real life, but I love the concept of the movie, right? Like, I think it's like, it adds like another dimension to the story. And it's actually semi-believable in a way, in a scary kind
I've
of
never seen,
apocalyptic
like, do
kind
the
of way.
movies hold up by themselves? Like, are they like,
I think
is it a
so.
pretty good plot? Obviously, the main plot is that there's a day where they purge and everything's
Yeah.
legal, et cetera, et cetera. But like within that movie, is it like, do you know how it's gonna end, or are you attached to the character stories, or are you mainly just watching it to see people get offed? Like,
A little of everything. A little of everything. I think so. In the first movie, the thing that sells the Purge and how it's just like unstoppable is the main guy in the story is a dude who sells these high, expensive security systems for the Purge. So basically, he sells these expensive like security systems to rich people, specifically for the Purge. So you can like lock down your whole house. But obviously, like they take in a guy to protect them, and these guys figure out how to basically beat his system, right? And it just goes to show you, like, there's no escaping the Purge, you know, kind of thing. So it's like, even if you think you're protected, you're not. Like, so it kind of adds that dimension to it. And then also just the concept of you get 24 hours to just kill and fuck up whoever you want is kind of like a crazy concept.
Can you imagine it? Like, so say that is real. Just how different the customer service industry would be.
Yeah, I know, for real.
Just
dude.
like no one would leave the house, not because they're scared of like what happens out there, but like, oh, I can't be an asshole today.
Yeah.
Like I can't go full Karen. Like,
well, and like the day before the Purge is kind of the fun part of it too, right? Because you just see people like, you see like the neighbor like in the front yard just sharpening his blades, like on the
sizing
front lawn
them
and
up,
stuff like that. Yeah, and just like looking around, you know, that kind of thing. And you're like, fuck. Is he coming for them? Is he going? Does he have somebody in mind?
That Rick and Morty episode was pretty cool too. That like touched on it, but they took the comedic approach more than necessarily gore or horror. Yeah, just like grotesque things like that. Like I said, Hills Have Eyes, stuff like that. Where it's, I don't know.
It's just it's meant to make you feel kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah,
but I kind of like that feeling sometimes.
But like scary movies, like
because it makes me uncomfortable too. It's not like I enjoy it necessarily.
Yeah.
It's just I want to be there to have that feeling. Like it makes you feel something different in a movie that you don't usually feel.
Yeah,
in a movie.
because normally you're like laughing or crying or like excited. Like
so many movies follow the script.
Yeah.
So like I sometimes like having that uncomfortable feeling.
See, but then
you know?
like if you watch enough of those movies, you see the framework anyway. So it's not like it's really blowing your mind sometimes.
No, it's not.
By the fifth Purge movie, you're like,
yeah. There was a series on Hulu that I actually was really into, where because it's always the Purge is only like a 2-hour max movie, right? So you're like, there's the event and then it ends and then it's kind of over. But the mini series that they did on Hulu like covers the entire night, right? Like it's like 8 episodes. And each episode's like 45 minutes to an hour long. So it's like you're actually being part of the entire night of the Purge as opposed to just part of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was kind of nuts. But I liked it. I thought it was well done, but nobody ever really watched it. But if you're not a Purge person, I was into the Purge movies, so I dug it. And there was actually really good actors in the show.
There was I don't know, like growing up, there is certain like horror things that I did like Tales from the Crypt or Tales from the Hood. Tales from the Hood scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
The dude, remember Samson Simpson from Half Baked?
Yeah.
He's the bad guy. He's like the orator that normally it's the
Wait, what movie are we talking about?
Tales from the Hood. It's it's a play on Tales from the Crypt.
Right.
But
What's the Hood
Samson
version?
Simpson plays him, and
I watched it.
He scared the shit out of me. He's already like he has like a very devilish like I don't know, man. There's some things too. Even in reality TV,
It's like that guy from The Warriors, like, can you dig it? Kind of, you just have that like look about you where you're like, yeah, if you did a Tales from the Crypt thing,
there's
totally
we were
fit.
watching The Bachelorette,
Yeah.
and there's this dude. He was just like, and I was like, nope, turn it, dude, get him out of there, get him out of there. He's a serial killer. He's gonna wear your face.
Yeah.
He's gonna wear your face. And it was just like, bro, my creep meter is, I think because of being in the industry for fucking decades,
Yeah.
your creep meter is like
Yeah.
highly tuned that like just the smallest
It pings.
inclination,
Yeah.
you're just like, nope, you're a serial
Yeah.
killer for sure.
Like Mo and I watch 90 Day Fiance, and we pick up on those mannerisms, like,
Yeah.
because it's a reality show, right? So, and a lot of these guys are already socially awkward.
Yep.
They're obviously like looking for mail order bride kind of wives and
Yeah.
stuff like that, like a lot of the times, or women that are like way out of their fucking league, but somehow they're gonna marry him. So you're just like, there was one guy who's dating a chick from Ukraine, and he had money. He was from Vegas, but he's dating a chick from Ukraine. Every time he would like hug her or make out with her, he'd be like, and then Mo and I were just like, can you stop?
He eats,
Like, can you
he
stop?
eats people. He eats people. That guy eats
You're like,
people.
that dude is gonna murder her. He's gonna fucking
Or he
murder
just has a
her.
weird ass fetish. Like,
Yeah.
let me see the back of your heels.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like oh, dude, pull my chest hair. That
Don't,
kind-
guys, if you do that, please don't do that. Like,
if you do that, don't do that.
just stop.
No, but yeah, honestly,
It's so
sometimes,
cringy.
dude, on these reality shows, sometimes I'm like, okay, like we're watching Bachelorette, and there's dude that's like super fucking handsome, and he's like a traveling nurse or whatever, and you're like, there's got to be a reason why you're on this show.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like you're clearly damaged goods somehow. There are, again, some people that have fallen through the cracks or whatever, like by circumstance, or maybe they're in a small town, they're not appreciated, so they end up on the show even though they're not weird or broken. But the vast majority, you're like, okay,
Some just want the
what is
fame,
it?
you know? They want the recognition and the fame and the notoriety. I guess,
That's
of
true
it.
too. But otherwise, yeah, sometimes I'm like,
But
I
you
don't
do
know.
have to be a certain type of person to be on those shows. Like, you can't, like, it's so surreal to me. Like, even though it's a reality show, like, some of those people don't seem real to me, right? Like,
Yeah.
Like, some part of them is acting to an extent, I think.
well, too, sometimes I'm just like, what if this was real life? Like, you know, like, again, it's an awkward situation, but when they, like, you meet someone for the first time in all of these shows, they have some sort of, like, one-liner
Mhm.
or something where you're like, dude, that doesn't work in real like.
I would like to be, like, a cameraman or something on that show. Because I would just like to see, like, how real the interactions are compared to, like, when they edit everything up.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
stuff like that.
can you run that again?
Yeah.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna be on this side, and then make sure you zoom in on her forehead, Vane.
Yeah, the lighting's not right. Can we do that one over or something?
Oh, I know you're crying right now, but just
Yeah.
stop. Save it for the next one.
Yeah. It really wasn't an emotional enough scene for you to start crying. Can you, like, just
Yeah, it feels
dial
achy.
it back?
Like when you have you seen those like specials about like reality shows where like producers are like, yeah, really play into the fact that your dad just died.
Yeah.
Or you're like, oh, dude, and like as someone who consumed the media, you're partly responsible for that.
Right.
You're like, oh shit.
Well, and it's not. I mean, it's not uncommon for these guys to jump from one reality show to another.
Yeah, the real
You know?
world road rules, like
Yeah.
that lasted for. I mean, I think it's still a
you
thing.
can go from Survivor to like Big Brother,
Yeah.
to like to Bachelor or whatever. Like some of them jump around, so they're like professional reality stars, right?
I mean, if you had it like that. But then, okay, if you're a professional reality star, what is real life? Do you know what I mean? I think the more and more you do that, the it's going to be more impossible to find like an actual someone. Because you don't know how to act. Because
yeah.
your whole life is acting on reality TV. So like
That's probably why
that's
actors
so
don't
meta,
stay,
dude,
That's
right?
probably why actors don't stay married very long. Like,
That's
how
true.
often the relationships last in Hollywood? Fucking 2-3 years.
Yeah, can you imagine like what who's the guy that played Ted Lasso?
Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, someone was like, they didn't believe me that he was married to Olivia Wilde.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but like, I don't think they're married anymore. But I was like, Can you imagine like Olivia Wilde telling him to pick up his socks? Like that's a normal fucking conversation, but it probably doesn't happen there.
Yeah.
Because they're like, professional fucking actors and stuff. And I was like, yeah, fuck, who knows?
And how often do you actually like see them together doing things together, right? Like they're always like, they're busy people, obviously, but like rarely do you see like where they're like a couple.
Yeah.
It's like big red carpet events or something, or dinners, and then
Everyone's just arm candy.
Yeah.
It sounds like such a lonely existence, but would you trade it for the bajillion dollars that they make?
Trade what?
Like actual happiness for money?
No.
You don't think so?
Nah.
I don't know. I think I'd entertain the idea.
I mean, it'd be hard to say no in certain situations.
Yeah.
Depends how much money. But
then
what does happiness mean? Does that mean like I can't be with my wife anymore, or like can't be friends with my friends anymore, or what? I don't know. Because like those are the main things. Are probably like my friends and my family, right? That, and then everything else is kind of like take it as it comes.
But with enough money, don't you buy? You basically buy a new family.
It'd be nice to live comfortably, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially in Hawaii.
I was gonna say, good luck with that. You got to be Zuckerberg to live here comfortably.
Zuckerberg does live here.
To bring fucking people to wrestle you in a sauna.
When really, like, the main drama in your life is wrestling a fucking another billionaire.
Yeah. And fucking your shitty meta idea.
Yeah. I mean, money doesn't buy happiness. But.
Yeah, but I feel like everyone that says that doesn't have it.
I mean, if it means
have you ever seen a rich person go, hey, you know all this money didn't buy me happiness? No, they seem pretty fucking happy.
I mean, that's definitely not the case in every that's.
Or do we just tell ourselves that so we don't feel bad for not being rich?
Can you appreciate the little things? I think.
Can you dig it?
Is important because the little things are what matter the most to me. I think.
Name your sex tape.
Yes. But those like moments. If you're so tied up in your own world that you can't enjoy the little things.
Yeah. Okay. We say that, but then just imagine this: you wake up, do whatever the fuck you want or don't want. This is okay. I thought about this when I was like, I think 20, 21. My model for success would be to wake up, and if I wanted to go back to bed, I would. You're not answering to anybody. Not just, you know what, today?
Yeah.
I'm just going to fucking not.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't do that as an adult now. You can have days where you're less productive for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, you can't just fuck off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially if you got kids and stuff like that.
Exactly. Can you imagine, dude, all these fucking celebrities have nannies that are raising their kids. They don't have to actually parent. They just, nah.
I don't like that, though.
I don't like it either, but I'm saying, like,
it'd be nice to have a nanny every now and then, like when you want to like go have a date night or something like that. Or
that's why everyone else has their parents watch their kids out here.
If you never get to spend time with your kids, that's terrible, I think.
Yeah, because the most fun.
Yeah.
The most fun is wrestling.
I've been punched in the dick by kids too many times to count, but it was still fun, aside from that.
Dude, I think it's the only way to. What do they say? Like you don't. There's some quote about getting old. You get old when you stop playing, or do you stop playing when you get old, or something like that? It's something like that. Mm-hmm. And it was like that's how you stay young is by, like interacting with youth.
Yeah,
I think that's one cool thing about working in the industry that we do is like. There's a lot of times where I'm like, fuck, dude, I remember being 21 and like I'm hoping I wasn't that stupid. You know what I mean? But I knew that I was.
Yeah.
And like hearing young kid drama is straight entertainment. Yeah. Like, and then they said this, and then I was like this, and they were like this, and then I was like this. And you're like,
you sweet summer child.
Yeah. Like, you didn't actually say anything.
Yeah.
But your friend makes it like they're focused, like you just, spoke real truth. Or like seeing awkward first dates.
Man.
Yeah. And like I'm the type of person, first of all, just as a heads up, if you ever start your fucking conversation, I'm the type of person that like on a date, you really aren't that type of person. I hate when people talk like that. Yeah, like I just, like I always put family first. Like I'm just, I take care of everyone, and I'm just, no, you don't.
I think it's
no, you don't.
I think it's just being that age. I think we were like that when we were that age too. You know,
We're always trying to like everything's a flight. Like I think it's the equivalent of like puffing out your chest and showing your feathers, right? Where you're like, look, I'm a suitable mate. Like look at me. But you're like, it's just a fucking front.
I think dads and moms nowadays are more like kids. Like I think our parents were more like their parents,
Yeah.
And we're more like we don't want to be our parents, like so. I don't know. It's a different vibe. I feel like with a lot of my friends who have kids, they just like they're big kids too in a way. You still got to be the adult.
Yeah, it makes the most fun, dude.
But but there's no reason to not want to sit down and play video games with your kids, especially because we grew up with video games, which our parents never grew up with video games. So, like trying to play video games with my dad I appreciated it because he would try, but of course he was terrible at it.
Yeah.
But if I play my kids in video games, I could probably kick their ass. Which is a great thought. But
fucking ultimate power. Fuck you.
It's our dads had like the basketball court to beat you on or something like that, or they could throw a football farther than you or something, right?
Or strike you out.
Yeah. Nowadays it's like I'll kick your ass in Street Fighter, kid. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Like, Dad, you don't even know how to drift in Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Are you fucking crazy?
Yeah.
Are you fucking dumb?
I was like, I was playing Mario Kart way before you were born, kid. Let me show you how it's done.
Yeah, like I'm not taking it easy on you.
Yeah.
I'm red shelling the fuck out of you, and I will blue shell right after. Like, it's like that, that like Uno moment where you're just like, Uno. You're like, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Fuck your life. I accidentally had one of those moments playing Monopoly.
Oh, really?
I did like. He wasn't having a good time, and he was already losing. And I had like,
he's ready to flip the board.
All my shit into one property, and like, mind you, he could have saved himself by like trading with me earlier on, and he landed on that one property, and
fucking
he just
boardwalk.
He hit his fucking breaking point. It was soul crushing. I actually was like, I hope he doesn't. I hope just don't roll a 10. Don't roll a 10. And then like. That slow motion Jumanji, you see the dice like,
oh yeah,
boom, and they're like, like as a kid, I would have been like, fuck yeah, I would have went Super Saiyan, going like, fuck you, Cindy, give me all your shit. Yeah. But as a dad, you're like, oh no, I know
his
that
stomach
hurt.
just like dropped a little bit, right? Like,
like you saw.
And let's be real, all of us have cried playing Monopoly at one time and another.
Monopoly
like, when I was
ruins
a kid,
families,
bro. I cried when I was like younger playing the game. I remember playing with my cousins, and I did the same thing. Landed on the wrong fucking place, and I was just like, fuck this.
But honestly, that should be the name, like the tagline for the game is like, fuck this game. Like,
yeah. I didn't scream, but it's the pain comes when you start paying your money out, and then you're like, I don't have any money. And well, you got to sell your properties then.
Yeah. You're like, I'm not getting shit in return. I'm only gonna make it to like.
I can't even make it to go. I still gotta get through like 2 other players.
We used to call, my dad would always get the red and yellow properties. We called it the gauntlet, and I was like, Cindy, do not give him the fucking gauntlet. And she's like, but I want the brown ones.
Yeah.
I'm like, you stupid bitch, you only get like fucking $8 when you land on that. It's stupid. Don't give it to him. He's gonna just fucking put. And she'd be like, I was like, I fucking hate you and I hate this game.
If you own the utilities on top of it too, like all the utilities, that end game, that will kill you. It will so kill you. And then you get those cards, the like chance cards that'll be like,
I always get the ones that fuck me over.
$200 for every hotel or some shit like that, and then you're just like, oh fuck.
Or like I'm like 2 spaces before go.
$100 for every house. Yes.
And it's like, oh, go back to Illinois, and I'm like, no, that's where all their fucking properties are.
Go to free parking. Yeah. But then you're still like, oh fuck, I gotta do that again.
That's why games with like house rules. Like I remember the money that we played, like. Free parking, if you landed on free parking, you got all the money that was paid to like when you like have
To
to
the
pay
fines or whatever, right? Yeah.
And so that was like
A lot
an
of people
extra
play that
spot.
way.
Yeah, I was like, that was cool.
Technically, that's not the official way to do it, I
Fuck
guess.
them. Apparently,
But
so
a lot of I
Uno's
used
like
to do
that
it. I
too.
used
You're
to
not
do it.
supposed to stack draw fours.
Yeah.
And I was like, the fuck you ain't. The fuck you ain't.
Don't tell me what I'm supposed to play.
I'll fucking exactly. No, but that's it's the most fun to like relive childhood through, you know. And I think our parents tried, dude. My parents definitely did try. Like my mom, she wasn't necessarily into the shit that I was, but we watched like remember the show Dinosaurs? And like Boy Meets World, stuff like that. Like that was you know
I used to watch Dinosaurs with my
TGIF
dad.
was a fucking thing. My dad, like my dad's the one that got me into X-Men.
Really?
He was like, hey, watch this show. I was like,
X-Men was great. The cartoon was great.
I would have never known about it.
Batman was a good cartoon.
That was Spider-Man was a good cartoon.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Justice League. I mean, that was further along, but yeah. It was just, dude, super rad. So they did. I feel like they did our best, and I think our generation figured out at some point. At some point, you do figure it out that no one has it figured out. Like we're just doing our best.
Right.
Like our parents did their fucking best.
It's
And,
not
like,
to say we're perfect.
Yeah,
you know,
for
like,
sure
they're
not. For
definitely
sure not.
Actually, it'd be bad if we were.
But we're more introspective now, where we're like,
We get
I think
it,
I
you
fucked
know?
up. I think I fucked up there.
Yeah.
You know, and
You're
like
still
I'm not too cool to admit that I was wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like I think that's the generations are growing. I'm not saying it's the right way to do it. I'm saying it's my way, and that's effective for us. So.
Either that, or we're just getting more immature as the generations go on.
Completely possible.
I mean, how many wives call their husbands just big kids?
Mine did it in the chat.
Not too long ago.
Yeah.
She was talking to both of us, I'm sure.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, dude.
But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because we grew up with the technology and stuff like that too. That you know.
Yeah, but now they pick it up so innately.
They do.
Dude.
They do. And kids are using iPads at fucking like 2 years old.
Yeah.
And you're just like, they figure out how to pick the app, how to swipe, how to do all
And
this.
here
I'm
I am like Googling, how do I limit like his like like I
screen time.
actually had to look up how to like purchase wise because he fucked me a couple times.
Yeah, yeah.
Not on purpose, like again, not on purpose. But like he didn't know any better, and like a lot of these apps and shit are way more predatory than when the App Store first started, stuff like that. So he didn't know. So like I got a couple times.
He's just hitting buy, and it's like thank you, thank you,
exactly. He's like, cool, whatever. I got tokens now.
My nephew bought fucking $1,200 worth of Nerf guns off of fucking Amazon. And he was
Me
like,
too, but it wasn't an accident.
Yeah.
It was like overtime.
It wasn't an accident for him, but it was an accident for the parents when they found out. They're like, why do we have $1,200 of Legos showing up at the door?
Yup.
Ethan, did you buy the toys? It said buy it now, so I was figured I just buy it now. And he's like, he got something, but he was nice about it. He goes, these were for me, but these are for my friends. So he like bought a bunch of toys for his friends.
That's dope.
But yeah, they returned it. I think they let him keep one, but they were like, yeah, you got to send everything else back.
Fuck, dude. That's such a cool story now too. Like sometimes there's like no harm, no foul. So it's like when I was younger, if that shit would have happened to me, my mom would have skinned me.
Oh my God.
Like she would have fucking made a flagpole and put my like skinned as a flag for the next time that I ever thought about it. Fuck,
You'd have permanent marks on your ass.
Permanent. My dad used to go. My dad actually never like spanked or anything.
Yeah,
but he had these ominous threats. He would just be like, "I can make one just like you." Like, what? Bro, I'm so twisted. Is there like,
what do they call your fingers?
Dick beaters?
Dick beaters.
Yeah. I'm still spreading that message to this day. Yeah, if I touched something I wasn't supposed to, my dad would be like, get your little dick beaters off of there. So I said that fairly recently to my son. I was like, get your little dick beaters off my stuff. And my wife was like, what'd you say? And I was like, oh, it means like fingers. She's like, then fucking say fingers. I was like, nah, it's not. It doesn't have the panache, the pizzazz,
the hilariousness.
Yeah. But he's like, I say that shit, and I'm not like cognizant. I'm not like,
he'll say it.
What am I gonna say?
He'll say it later.
Yeah, you're just like, okay.
Don't let him pick that up.
Yeah, bro. His vocabulary includes like drag terms now.
Oh, because you guys watch.
Yeah, we watched a lot of drag.
Yeah,
he said something like "sachet you stay" or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Fucking what's his name? The host.
Oh, RuPaul?
Yeah, RuPaul.
Yeah, RuPaul fucks. RuPaul's dope.
Sure.
Dude, Christina watched his the tour of his house. He's got like a whole house for just wardrobe.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, as you'd assume.
Yeah, I would assume.
As you'd assume. I don't know how drag queens, like, I know there's local drag queens. You can't get space here. Bro, my fucking...
Oh.
My
unless you
fucking
dedicate a whole room.
The storage place just were like, oh, by the way, we're increasing it 10%. And this is like the fucking fourth time they've done it in less than a year and a half.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not a crazy amount, but dude, $145, $150 a month for storage is fucking dumb.
You're paying rent on another place.
So if you have wigs, if you have gowns, if you have fucking butt/hip pads, fake titties to fucking put on, shit like that, okay, you're either sacrificing part of your actual living space or you're paying a premium to store that shit somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts, dude. On top of astronomical like rent prices and stuff like that.
Well, we had our storage unit in Vegas broken into too. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that sucked.
Did they steal a bunch of shit?
Stole a bunch of shit, yeah.
Like the instruments and stuff?
I had a guitar in there.
You fucking country, I heard you. Busted.
We had a TV, and I think I had my snowboard in there.
At this point, though, it was probably an older TV. They probably did you a service by taking it off your hand.
Honestly, I was pissed about my guitar because that was a guitar I had for a while.
Yeah.
But everything else, like the clothes, that shit, I was like, fucking whatever. The thing that pissed me off the most, and Mo for sure, was her pictures. She had a box full of old photos, and they stole that. And that was the thing that sucked the most.
Yeah.
By far. Like, I would have gotten over everything else. I would have just been like, I haven't used this shit in years anyway. No big deal.
Yeah, but pictures, especially at those times, too, digital cameras were like...
They didn't exist.
You know, yeah, everything was the snap and shoot, or you would take them to Costco and get them all printed out and stuff like that.
And these are pictures from back when she was in Alaska, and that's back before everybody had a camera in their fucking pocket. You know,
so you really had to fucking think and like develop it, dude. I parked at BART one time, and I had a 87 Camry. At the time, I remember I bought it. I went to AAA to like register it and shit like that, and they were like, "This is, just so you know, this is the most stolen car or broken into car in the U.S." And I was like, thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had my backpack in there with a hoodie that Christina bought me that at the time I was really into wearing hoodies. And my camera that my parents had when we were in Germany. And it got like passed down to me like after their divorce and everything else. It's still like somehow or another I acquired it. And it was like a retro like manual camera. It wasn't like, it didn't mean anything to anyone else. I was like, bro, like, I know it's not even worth that much money, like, but it was mine. Like that was like
it might be nowadays. Shit.
Yeah,
people love retro cameras. Now. But still, it's like one of those things where you're just like,
come on, yeah,
it sucks.
Like if someone broke in your house and took the toilet paper, you're like,
and you just feel
dude,
violated in general. You know, just like being like, yeah, it may not have meant that much to me, but at the same time, like that's my stuff.
Yeah,
and you just like, you know, it's definitely not a good feeling.
Yeah.
All right, I think we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, we gotta go sing some songs.
Mark's already sang him. I heard.
Wrap it up. I gotta go see Man about some broken legs.
Guys, thank you for joining us on the Smash Bros.
And
tonight.
feel free to reach out on the socials. Check out, social. But yeah, if there's any topics you want to cover or topics that we've discussed and you want to include, talking points, things that we talked about that we should have addressed, stuff like that.
Maybe
Feel free-
categories for this tournament we're talking about. So right now we're talking like the celebrities and the best movies, but if you guys got any like best action movie or best action movie of the 90s, or
best
like
comedy,
best
best rom-coms
whatever.
was a big one. Best
food.
soundtracks to movies.
see,
that was highly debated.
That might be a tasty one.
Yeah.
Because that one you can kind of span across different movies and different eras.
Yeah. But what Chris just talked about, we were talking about actors or actresses that never miss. So we were talking Brad Pitt, Denzel, and Leonardo DiCaprio. And then we were talking about what is their most iconic or pivotal role. Like, what is their number one movie? For those that have like such a big catalog, what is their number one hitter?
Yeah.
And so those are the kind of things that we'd like to debate too. Once we get, because I mean, we could scroll through everyone's IMDb, but that's, I think, defeating the purpose.
No, and I think we should have a couple more guests in here for that discussion too,
yeah.
just to have some subjective opinions besides ours, maybe about certain things.
Because someone doesn't fucking.
But we had this discussion with a bunch of people last night, and it got really interesting when everybody started kind of.
Yeah.
So Mo had a movie that was in her top 5, and she had me like watch it last night, and I was like, "This is fucking terrible." What?
I want a
were
divorce.
you thinking?
I want a divorce.
I was like, "Are you serious? Are you serious? This is a movie." She's like, "Yeah, look how great it is." And I'm like, "I'm going to bed." And she's like, "No, stay up, watch it." I'm like, "Sure."
Kristen, every time I'm like, "Hey babe, you ever watch this?" She's like, "No." The fucking evil that like rises out of my soul. I'm like, "Oh, we're gonna watch this," and she's like, "Oh, is it good?" And I'm like, "No, it's not. It's so bad."
Break into Electric
You
Boogaloo.
hated. I was totally with you until you told me what movie it was.
It was so
Turbo
terrible.
And Ozone, dude.
It was.
Did you get to the fucking?
Yes.
What?
I got about a third of the way through it. Okay. But
dude,
Are
look
you
at the fucking. Okay. Oh, this trailer is so bad.
The movie was bad.
No, it wasn't. It was awesome.
That scene was ridiculous.
You lost your edge.
Bro, dance battle movies were the best. Did you ever watch You Got Served?
I was so lost about what was happening. I know they had to
See, that's where you fucked up.
community
All you
center.
had to understand was that men wore crop tops at this point.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. Bro, I think this is the one where they do
See,
the
they make
fucking
it sound like a fucking Grease soundtrack in this thing. but it's like-
jazzercise. Look at that shit. Dude, our parents
Everybody
possibly-
dances. Everybody dances. There
Fucking
was
Nurse
even a guy
Ratched.
who just got a ticket from a cop and he starts dancing, and you're like, "What the fuck? Nobody would be dancing after that."
It's expression, dude.
I
shit
love
that
someone who
always-
randomly come in and throw down like a piece of cardboard, and then someone start breakdancing on
Or
it.
linoleum. All right.
Every scene was like that. It's like 100 people dancing.
Here's the thing that fucking trips me out. One, the fact that it was a white girl that was learning breakdancing and she like it was gross to me, like understanding it. But here's the biggest fucking thing. These are people's grandparents right now.
Oh my god.
And so like are they telling their grandkids like, "Hey, watch. Hey, look, that's me in the yellow pants." You know what I mean? Or is it like they never fucking know?
Another good one from Cannon.
That's every time Nick Cannon has a kid. Another good one from Cannon. Bro, fuck that. Mo wins points for that one. That movie is so silly. The first one sucked, by the way, but
I was like, I can't. I nope.
1984. That was a year before I was born.
That's not
But
gonna
it
be on
still
your
hits.
top 5, though. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So she does have questionable taste.
Yeah.
If that's in your top 5, I
like,
have.
it's not a
12
movie where
to
if that
13.
movie was on, you're like, ooh, I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
that. No, you're gonna be like,
But I think given the parameters, we were saying what's your comfort movie? Like, despite everything you have in your queue,
Yeah.
if you're gonna put something on, you're just like, yep, I know this is a good go-to. I'm gonna put it on. So, I mean, A Knight's Tale is in my top 5, and that's not a great movie.
yeah.
I love it to death. But
I mean,
like,
me and Mo actually were watching 10 Things I Hate About You today.
I love it.
Speaking of Heath Ledger.
Speaking of that song, I was telling them, I did that to Christina in high school. I walked into I walked into her class on Valentine's Day with the boombox.
Yeah.
And then the teacher kicked me out in the first like chorus. And
Yeah.
then I guess everyone in the class was like, you don't know what the fuck that was? And then the teacher called the class that I was in to get me to come back and do it again. This is pretty rad.
That's funny.
I'm romantic as fuck.
I love you, baby.
We could do it. But the Lauryn Hill version of that song is dope.
It is. Guys, we're wrapping it up. Thanks for joining us today. My name's Chris. Go Super Saiyan.
We'll catch you next week, folks.
Have a good one. We'll see you later. Follow us on Instagram at the Smash Bros. Check you later.
Thank you.